Disgusting, horrible worm things outside in order to loop through the garden and into the eastern wing of the asylum. You encountered several more horrors before eventually ending up in a day room where you discovered the source of the hallway full of blood that you had seen earlier that day. Turning out that this torrent of blood was coursing forth unnaturally from the corpse of an old woman sitting in an armchair staring out the window. Gideon, stepping over the torrent of blood, triggered some sort of magical trap or effect, causing the blood to torrent up in a tidal wave, carrying him across the room and slamming him inside the blood corridor, with him now floating there in stasis. Well, not quite in stasis, he could still move. All right, discuss,
I'm very
guys.
uncomfortable.
What do you want to do? Gideon, you are now holding your breath.
Okay, can I swim?
You can attempt to swim out of it or walk out of it. Roll an athletics check.
If I can walk, I will just try and walk out of it.
Oh, an athletics check, either way. Whatever.
Ooh, has a 15.
There's enough. With enough effort, you managed to find purchase on the walls and floor and pull yourself back out of it and into the room. But I will need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Ooh, good thing I've got the high Constitution. Saving throw 15 plus 5. Yeah, how's a 21?
All right, it was gross.
Yep.
But you feel
gross.
all right. You emerge from. Well, I'll unpause it so you can move your token out. You emerge from the blood wall, covered in blood and smelling of iron and carrion, but you check yourself and you are fine.
That was probably one of the grossest things I've ever felt. Be careful.
Are you okay?
Crossing. I guess so. I'm checking myself for wounds. I wouldn't be able to tell if I'm bleeding. But I've felt no pain.
Yours?
I just was kind of floating in the blood. There is a door in that hallway, but I don't know how
There's a door?
easy it is to get in there. I only just managed to get out. If someone was to venture in, we should have some sort of way to pull them out.
Does anyone have like a dispel magic or something?
Let me check my. And he's gonna look through. No, not yet. I'm actually, in fact, out of spell slots.
Well, that's not very useful.
No, I do have opium.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I'm sorry. I found a small bundle of opium before. I kind of kept hold of it just in case.
That is not very useful for the situation.
I have
Perhaps
red leather
maybe-
boots as well. I forgot I had them.
If the red line here of blood is the thing that is trapping us, maybe we should push the chair closer to the door, or maybe push some of his furniture in the way.
Yeah, what if we stop the flow of blood? Put the chair in and cut off the flow. I don't know if that will do anything.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Can I drag this chair or this chair over onto the blood streak / slithering bloodworm thing?
If you like, you push the chair over into the stream of blood. The blood continues to both seep under the chair, and it sort of splits up and flows around its rather.
Ooh. Ooh.
I move up here, and I start. I look at the body on the chair, kind of like take a deep breath, and go, and start trying to push the chair from here, like down this way, to try and divert the flow of blood.
Don't touch the body.
So you're able to push the chair back with the corpse in it. As you do, the flow of blood continues to come from the body, and it just continues to pull in the same direction. And wherever you push the chair, it just continues coursing from that chair.
But does it stop? Does it flow like from? Oh, no, I'll draw it.
I know what you mean. Yeah. If
so
you
does it
mean
flow like that?
for the sake of getting around it, is that what you mean?
Yeah. So you see, so if we moved her,
Yeah, like if you push the chair to here, you can then walk around it on the eastern side.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay.
Yep, that's what I want. Yep.
Right, well, that's what we'll do.
What if we put the chair in the room with the blood? Would that, make
Just push it
source
all
and
the way into
destination one and the same?
Maybe. You're welcome
Well,
to
if-
try.
Heimlich wants
guess.
to push it all that way, I guess.
Well,
I
with
don't really
many
want to
hands,
touch
it shouldn't
though,
take
so
us long to push.
I'm absolutely not touching that.
Does anyone have a rope?
I'll touch the chair.
All right.
Doesn't?
I've got some rope for you, I think, but don't know what you're going to use it for.
If you could tie that around my waist, just in case I get pulled in.
Oh.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, right.
Sweet. All right, you tie me up, and then things get freaky. I push the chair all the way down and up to the door here.
All right. So you push the chair all the way down and up to the door. The trail of blood goes along with the chair. Eventually, any blood residue on the middle and eastern side of the room flows towards the west with the chair and continues to pull inside the wall.
What if we pushed her inside?
Okay, we can do that. I like look at everyone and I kind of like brace myself, but I like push the chair in straight into the wall of blood.
Give me an athletics check.
Oof.
Pretty good, with a remarkable display of senior strength. You flip the chair
I'm not
backwards.
that old.
You look old. The chair tips backwards into the blood. The corpse hitting the inside of the wall and then floating backwards in suspended animation, slowly drifting around.
Well, at least we can find the creepiness through that hallway. It looks like there's a door we can use up ahead. Do we want to maybe have a look? Well, there's also a window. Oh, can't see anything inside. Okay.
What do you think we should or have a look, or do you think I should have a look?
Well, I suppose what can we see through this? What can we see through this?
You move up, so it appears to be some sort of serving window. It is open, connecting to a dark, small room on the other side. As you peek through from the light of Heimlich's torch, you see what appears to be maybe an alchemical lab or some sort of chemist station where pharmaceuticals would have been distributed to the patients. As you lean through the window to have a look, you hear the sounds of murmuring and moaning and sobbing coming from inside the room.
This is where the patients, or where we may have got our drugs given us, or administered to us from. Come
What
visit
just?
here.
So there's more opium in there.
Oh, there must be. Well, maybe we can go find some. If it's something that we're looking for, I guess. Otherwise,
Don't
there might
see-
be other alchemical stuff we can grab.
Was I supposed to do that?
Do what?
just
Aoife
opened
pushes
the
over
door.
a door over on the western
Yeah.
side of the room. Nobody else move. Get back where you were.
Yeah, go back. Go back. You're like, yeah.
Oh God, why am I outside? You've banished me to the outside world. I think you
The
should.
nether realm.
Aoife, as you push the door open, an unnatural darkness surges out across the threshold. Even your elvish dark vision cannot penetrate it. The room is pitch black. You swear you can hear what sounds like the crying of a small child coming from inside the room.
Nothing else happens?
Nothing happens, no?
Eva's just gonna close the door back up.
Was that a door closing?
Oh, yeah. Whoops. It's on pause now.
Should we try that other door now?
What, this one here?
Yeah. It's the last door that we can go through.
Can we go through the window instead?
Is the window like iron bars or is it
No,
glass,
it's
or...
open. There is a sliding glass window is open.
Or what's wrong with going through the door? This is the way we're meant to go through. But...
Well, I'm an elf, right?
Yes.
And I can see pretty well in the dark.
Oh,
I
fantastic.
couldn't see it all in that room.
I still can only see out of one of my eyes. You lift up the other. His eye patch again, the other eye's just...
I
looking
feel
around.
for you, Gideon, but
Yes.
I'm not going into that room if I can go into this little window here.
Alright.
I could potentially cast see invisibility. Do you think that would help at all?
I don't know. There was just no light at all. And I just couldn't see anything. So I don't think it was invisible. More so just like a unnatural darkness.
Mm.
Strange. Alright, well, maybe we should just avoid that room for the time being.
Aoife's gonna try and like, how big is this window? Could she wriggle through it?
Yeah, it's big enough. You could easily just like it's a little bit of a step, but it's easy enough to get through.
All right, yeah, I would like to attempt to do that.
All right, so you jump through the window, Aoife. As you get to the other side, you can hear more clearly the noises you could hear from outside the window. It sounds like several people are in this chemist room just ahead of you. As you peek around the corner, you see several of the apostles, the cultists dressed in yellow. They're all sort of curled up or laying in various positions on the floor. First glimpse of them as you look around the corner, they seem to be out of their mind. Clearly helped themselves to the tinctures in this room. One of them sucking their thumb, the other one is just rocking back and forwards. The other one is just sort of like looking open-mouthed around the room. No, they're just sort of all crying and sobbing to themselves.
Do they look immediately dangerous? Like, do they have those crowbars in their pictures or not?
Roll a stealth check for me.
Oof.
That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. You do see various implements scattered around them, batons and crowbars. So it looks like if they did spot you, they are capable of picking up weapons and running at you, possibly.
I'm just gonna motion to the others to be quiet, but they can try and come through if they can, but also signal that there's, babbling idiots here. If whatever hand signal is babbling idiots, that's what I make.
Alright, I'll try and sneak through. At disadvantage. Oh, it didn't work.
I'll go after Gideon.
Yes. 17, not bad.
Gideon and Balthus managed to climb through the window without making any overly loud noises.
Seems brother and sister are just as stealthy.
Indeed.
Yes, what?
Now what?
Has Heinrich attempted to move in?
Nope. I have my my crossbow ready, and I've kind of aimed it through the window.
I've got my crossbow at the ready. I can only see one guy though. Yeah, we might need your torch, Heimlich.
I pass my torch through the window.
And I'll take it.
Kill
Are
Pesh.
you ready? Well,
Right, ready when you are. Oh, I can't see anything now.
hello there, friends.
As you step around the corner and reveal yourselves, all three of them frantically look up at you wide-eyed. They all instantly reach for their weapons. Just out of their minds. They don't say anything, they just scream. All three of them are just in a choir of terror and run for you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oof. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's what you want. Oh, both of you. My god, I think this is the best initiative we've ever rolled. Look at that. 23, 17, 19, 16.
Not bad. Not bad.
Good size.
All right, Aoife, you have the initiative.
Yeah. Look, one of these bad boys is getting an arrow to the face. But is there a? All right. This one.
All right, roll a hit.
Will a 15 work?
It does. That's an interesting new button. Must have been
Yeah.
the Beyond 20 update. I kind of like that. There you go.
Oh, ignore
I do
the D6. It's just 10, not 11.
Okay. 10 damage. It is a hit. It is 10 damage. Your arrow skewers him. Hits him in the chest. He drops his weapon instantly, hands up to the arrow, and this growing crimson patch spreading through his yellow robes, and drops to the floor, just whimpering.
I was just trying to be nice. And they go and attack
Yeah.
us like that.
The one next to him sees his friend drop after copping the arrow. He's like, "Ah! Ah!" And he just runs at you with swinging his crowbar wildly. Oh. A 12 to hit, he misses. You easily sidestep his wild attack. Balthus, it's your turn.
Jared.
Oh,
Go.
Goodbye.
Jared is kill.
Oh no.
all right. Balthus casts Infestation.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's so good.
That's alright.
What do you want to do? It's your turn. Hello? He has got his headphones
Balthus?
on.
Balthus, are you there?
He has got his headphones on.
Jared, it's your turn.
I can hear you.
Oh, all right.
I'm just using it for the mic.
Oh, okay. It's your turn.
I will. Yeah. I will cast a Chaos Bolt at the closest one that I can see.
Ooh.
All right, roll the hit.
Come through.
Have you activated the extension inside of...
Ah, yes.
Found
Sorry,
it?
it wanted me to choose the damage type.
Wait, 21 is a hit for 17. Yeah, you unleash an Emperor Palpatine-style bolt of lightning. It washes over this other guy as he's lunged for your sister. That lightning just rolls over him. He's like... He does like the guy from Home Alone 2 and just stands there until you can see his like skeleton. He drops to the floor.
Is it Harry? I
Yeah.
think it's Harry.
Yeah. Alright, Gideon, it's your turn.
Gideon. The only one that I can see is that one up there, so I'm going to level my crossbow light and fire it at him. Yeah, take that 19, 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
Rolling damage. I do like that.
Whoa.
Hey, 5.
Did that dice like spin wildly on its point for you guys?
No, that
Oh,
sounds
it was
really
cool. It spun like a
I'll have to
spinning,
watch a
like
video.
on the pointy end, spun like a spinning top. 5 damage.
Oh.
Your bolt streaks through the room, catching the cultist in the side and wounding him. He sort of takes a few steps back, staggered. Heimlich, it's your turn.
I can only see him as well. I also shoot my crossbow, light.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh,
Big hit. Your bolt streaks
Whoa.
through the room, catching him in the neck as he's staggered from the first bolt he's caught. He drops to the floor and bleeds out.
Strong round, boys.
well done.
Well, that was easy.
That was a nice change of pace.
Yes, an easy fight's always a simple one, I guess. Let's explore.
I now jump through the window.
Okay.
I'm just
Alright,
gonna start
so
exploring the room.
You move forwards to explore the room. You see, it looks like these three have been in here for a while. The place is well looted. It's been turned upside down. Pretty much almost everything has been dragged off the shelves and scattered around the room. The chests have been open. The lab is just in a mess.
I look around to see if I can find any book that starts with Z, remembering what the previous maniacs were told to look for.
There's not much paperwork in here, and that hasn't been ruined already.
Okay.
The handful that is, it's just nothing of interest.
Or should we try that door at the entrance? Maybe.
Yes, well, I think it might be the same room, but
We can give it a
We
go,
can-
at least.
yeah, try it. You at least might see what I was talking about now.
I can see through it fine.
Oh.
Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's that next door.
Can you pull my token through the wall?
One sec. There you go. So you open to the next room. It appears to be some sort of staff lounge. There's a comfy looking couch and a few desks and chairs. Doesn't look like this room's sort of been turned on its head like the previous room. Looks like if anyone came here, they just came in, found nothing of importance and left. But yeah, both doors were shut.
Alright. I'm going to open this other door now. Let's see what you were talking about. Maybe it's through here. Ah, yes. Nothing.
Yes, as
Is
you
the
open
child still crying?
Yes, as you open the door, that same darkness continues to conceal the room, and you hear nothing but the sobs of a crying child.
Hello? Are you okay?
Be careful, there may be another fetus.
Oh, yes.
You hear a disembodied child's voice from the inside. Brenton? Brenton?
Yes, Brenton is here. Oh, maybe he was.
Oh, hey, I could finally use this thing. Yeah.
Brenton!
Oh my god.
Brenton,
Well,
Brenton,
Oh no.
that's
It's a little bit pitch shifted too much.
Yep. Otherworldly.
It was like the child had helium. Oh, so good. Can that be canon? This kid's been in a room filled with helium.
Branson! Branson, the lantern!
The land?
The lantern? Did you say Branson the lantern?
What about your lantern we found in the first
Very
room?
high pitched. Brenton, the lantern went out.
I've got a lantern here. Should I? It might be best to not.
Pass it here. I'll see if it works inside the room.
I'll pass it to AF. I'll pass it to Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Oof. It's very dark now.
You mean the other lantern? Like the one that's not lit, right?
Oh. Well, I was going to give her the one that is lit.
Oh, maybe you should give me the extra one.
Okay, I'll take the
Well,
lantern that is lit
light
back,
it up.
and then I'll give her the other. Okay, well, yeah, we'll light them both up, and I'll keep hold of one. If the other one gets lost to whatever's in there, you can have this one. It's fine.
And with the lantern held aloft and dagger in hand, Aoife is going to.
As
Step into
Aoife
it.
steps inside the room, the other three of you are left in darkness as the lantern goes out the moment you step over the threat.
Oh, we lit
We lit the other one too.
You didn't have any oil for the other one.
Oh,
We did have
share.
oil. Like I just didn't
did
want
you?
to share it. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Aoife disappears into darkness in front of you.
Can you hear us, Aoife?
You alright, sis?
Can I hear them?
You can hear them.
Yes.
As you go to
cannot
call out, all of a
see
sudden
anything.
there's a cacophony of noise. It sounds like several children are crying obscenely loud. It begins to sort of grow and grow in a loud crescendo. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw for me.
Do we hear any of this? That open door?
You do, but not as loud for you.
Okay. That looks like a fun save.
Am not charismatic.
Oh, what do you do, Aoife?
Nothing happens from the charisma save?
It does, but
I don't
find
know.
out what happens. Alright, there is. You hear some light footsteps patter across the room in the darkness in front of you. All of a sudden, there's
Is that you, child?
a piercing pain as something bites or claws into your leg. You take 10 bludgeoning damage plus 3 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
And
Can I try and see if
uh,
I can grapple this thing, or?
you gain a point of exhaustion.
Dude.
You can grapple for something in the dark if you want.
One sec, let me just process all that for a good hot second. Yeah, I would like to try and see if I can grapple this thing that's rushed me and fall backwards into this area, like fall backwards out the door.
Roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Come on. Yeah. That's it. That's how you. Oh no.
So you grab it, you sort of fumble forwards in the darkness for a few seconds and then tumble backwards back into the other room, into Gideon, knocking him back.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay. Oh, you're
Oh, what the
bleeding.
fuck was that?
You're-
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Am I prone,
as you go to
or?
speak to the other guys, you discover that You can't speak. You've lost your voice. You don't produce any noise.
Okay.
Gargling sound.
What was in there?
Huh?
Pepe? Is her light still is her lantern still lit?
Yeah, well, I assume she dropped it. Or she tried to grapple
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, she would
Okay.
have dropped it.
Right, well I will
Can we
step
see
forward.
the injury mark on her leg?
Yes, there is a festering bite wound with sort of like black sort of vascularity around where this thing bit into a leg.
I draw everyone else's attention to it and says, "What do you think caused that mark? What does it look like?"
Can I have a look at it and see if I can recognize what could have caused such a wound?
Roll a medicine check.
Flat 20. Yeah, no.
Can I roll a nature check for that one?
A what?
A nature check.
No, medicine check.
I read it. Yep.
To you, Heimlich, it looks like the bite mark of an infant.
Oh
These are
no,
babies.
not more of those bloody the fetus things. No. Gideon will draw his silver dagger and step into the room.
If Aoife sees Gideon beginning to enter the room,
I basically step over you.
she's going to try and stop you from doing it.
Aoife, come on, it's the only place we can really go.
Incoherent gurgling.
Gideon's just gonna try and pull out of her grasp and just wander in.
Clearly, I don't think you should go inside.
I want to do a contested strength check if I can
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
to stop Gideon entering that.
Okay.
That check, or is that a save?
It'll be a check.
Okay, -1. Let's do this. Oh, come on.
Get a chance.
Go on, Gideon. Yeah, oh fuck, no.
Ooh.
You definitely have hold of me, so okay, I'll
You
pull
get
myself back.
rebuked by Aoife.
She's just going to can I still make sound, or is just no sound escape my throat?
You don't have a voice, so
Can I just scream at him essentially, or yell at him
no.
in
Yeah, you can't
okay,
produce any sound.
any sound?
Probably
Or
gurgling is
wheezing.
acceptable because it's a sound of spit in your throat going like.
Yeah, or wheezing, as in she's trying to scream at him or whatever, but nothing's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
I'll just like to get in. I really think that Aoife is trying to make the point of maybe not the best idea to go in there,
I think
especially
that's
not
wrong.
in our current state.
I think there's something wrong with her voice.
And then
let me have a look.
after pulling you away from the door, she's going to close the door.
Something really unsettled her. She seems to be. Let me have a look. And he wants to have a look at her mouth and start looking to see what's wrong with it, opening it up and stuff.
Roll medicine.
12.
From what
Could've
you
been
can
a
see,
22.
her sort of throat looks absolutely fine.
No swelling.
Can I
Look like
do an
there's any more-
Arcana check to see if I can, notice any magical effects taking hold?
Arcana is magical knowledge, sort of not.
Okay.
Not de-
Well, regardless, Aoife is gonna sit down on this couch. Let me just have a look. Okay, don't worry.
Is there a rock or something in this room as well? Just something, light, easy to pick up?
Rubble?
Yeah, rubble would do.
Yeah, there's always plenty of rubble around. Yeah.
Cool. I want to pick up something like that, and then I want to cast light on it to just toss into the room to see if it does vanish properly.
All right. So you cast light. The rock begins to glow and shed light across the room, and as you throw it, open the door and then cast it through the threshold. Yeah, the rock extinguishes as it passes into the room.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we can counter whatever is causing this currently.
Maybe we can draw the creature out, perhaps. Here, child, come hither. Come in here. As best as he can do.
I'll wait a second, like until any response happens.
There is no response.
Come on, we'll.
I cast.
We can look after you. It's fine. Come.
I cast.
Come.
Very.
So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
I cast detect magic.
Okay. You ping that in the chat for.
Bing.
Alright, so you don't detect any magical effect coming from the room.
Must be perfectly fine to walk in there then.
Do you detect any magic on Aoife?
I look over at her. Do I?
No.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
So even though there's darkness in there, it's not magical darkness, so I can't see any creature.
Yeah, according to your senses, it's not a magical effect.
Yep. This is very peculiar. I don't understand. We cannot see into the room, yet this is not magic.
Gideon puts down the lantern on the floor.
Roll an Arcana check for me, Heimlich. Alright, so you know from casting Detect Magic that, yeah, this isn't a magical effect on the room, but from... You have sort of pings of memory concerning things of a supernatural nature rather than a magical nature.
This may be supernatural effects instead, yet I am not quite sure how to
So probably
distinguish.
the creature inside's probably causing the effect on the room.
It's a child, you see.
Yes.
Maybe we don't want to call the child in here then, in case it makes this room dark.
Well, if we can do it, it's in here. We can run through the door, lock it in.
Hmm.
I was just thinking about maybe just throwing some acid splash in there, maybe hopefully hitting it. But can I tell what corner the child is crying from?
No.
God. I'm not too sure.
Maybe a lucky crossbow bolt would draw it out.
Maybe.
If you are,
Yeah.
stand back. I'll shoot one through the door.
I'm just reading through see if there's anything I can do at the moment.
Does the 24 hit anything, Josh?
No, you just hear it hit the wall inside the room.
Ah.
Is there a flask in the other room I can grab?
What sort of flask?
Well, because I'm looking at my experimental elixir. It's like whenever I finish a long rest, you can magically produce up to 1 experimental elixir. And if we're going to be in here for a little bit, I might just see what I can create. When I touch it, I basically touch a flask, and then I roll for what the elixir's effect is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's like chemistry stuff in the other room.
Alright, I'm rolling a d6. Let's see what
I think you have to do that after a long rest. Though.
Oh, but I haven't done it last long rest.
Oh,
Do I have to do it like immediately? Is it like something that I do as part of the long rest, or is it?
I don't know. It'll specify in the
'Cause-
text. What does it say?
It says whenever you finish a long rest, you can magically produce an
Well, yeah,
experimental
whenever you
elixir.
finish a long rest.
Okay, alright, so it has to be after that. Okay, good. No worries at all. I'll want to know it.
Maybe take some of those flasks with you for once we go back to camp.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. I'll take like 3 or 4, possibly hand 2 over to my fellow artificer.
Yep, I take some of those and I uncork my alchemy jug and fill them with acid.
Alright, I'm going to give you guys a freebie since none of you remember. When you were raiding all those rooms in the hallway just to the south last session, you entered what was clearly a children's room that said Brenton and Devis's room.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, we do recall there was Brenton and another child's room down the corridor.
Should we go check it out for more clues then? Perhaps if this child in here was asking for their sibling.
Was there some sort of bear or something inside?
Maybe, or perhaps a corpse of a child. We could go investigate and have a look. See if we can bring it in. Come on, Aoife, we're leaving.
Aoife's gonna try and gurgle to you that she can still understand you.
I cast Cure Light Wounds and see if that does anything.
Well, you regain 8 HP, Aoife, but we can't speak.
Oh, wait, whoops. Not what I was supposed to do.
Think that passes it?
Healing to 11. There we go. I clicked damage instead of heal. Whoops.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you guys need my help to get through there, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was sitting there waiting for you. Wait for you. Oh, as you re-enter this room, to your surprise, the couch is back sitting exactly where it was with the corpse and is now bleeding a river of blood across the room again.
That's
mildly
not
inconvenient.
good.
I pushed the poor deer out the way and allow us to walk around her again.
Okay.
Is the on the body? Are the eyes still open?
Yeah.
I
You
want
push
to
her into the room.
use Mage Hand and close the eyes.
Okay. Close that.
Okay, then I walk around it.
Hemlick, you have the light. We might need you.
Does anyone remember which one was the
It was down here. I think
brother
the
and
end
sister's room?
is the one.
It's this one.
It's one of them.
Aoife was standing at the front of it to tell you guys which one it was, but
Well, it
she
was
can't
one of
speak,
you.
so...
Alright, what do we see in the room again? Do you mind giving us another description of it?
Alright, so a shapeless mess of sheets and pillows pile atop 2 plain beds. Bold chalk letters high on the opposite wall proclaim this to be Brenton and Debus's.
Are there any toys around this room?
Roll perception. look for toys.
I get a nat 20.
So did I.
As you
Oh, wow.
rummage through the bed.
No, I didn't. That was yours.
As you rummage through the bed, you do find 2 carved wooden soldiers hidden amongst the folds of the blanket.
Maybe the child is looking for this. Perhaps it might help it. Maybe.
It might at least calm it down, and I suppose throwing anything else in that room can't hurt anymore.
Right, Gideon will make his way back to the door on the side that we first saw it. Navier first saw.
Alright, don't worry about moving all the way.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so what do you do when you get back there?
When we get to that door, Gideon will open it up. Put it the crossbow. I presume the crossbow's got a sling on it. Sling it on his back, and pull out these 2 toy soldiers, and step through the door and go on one knee and hold them out, one in each hand, towards the darkness.
As you sit there in the dark, you hear, and a cacophony of sobbing coming from all directions in the room. You hear the same voice cry out from all around again. Renton, I'm scared. Renton, the lantern's gone out again.
It's alright, I have these soldiers here that I believe are your and your brothers to look after you.
You hear a whee! You feel something bite onto you, like sort of grab you and bite onto you. It doesn't penetrate your armor. You something feels bony and small, seems to be grabbed hold of you and is just attempting to just savage you, but
To bite me.
But now
It
your
missed.
armor is holding up.
Can I try and grab it if it's still kind of like sinking into my armor, or is it?
Make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Ooh, a -1 at disadvantage. Let's give it a go.
Pretty good.
13.
You fumble around in the darkness, but again, unable to find purchase on it as it patches itself when you hear pattering footsteps around you.
What was
I'm
the
tempted to
sister's
stay
name?
in there. I'm tempted to stay there. Stay here at the moment. Still with these soldiers that are on the ground. What kind of size? Was it like a child's size? Did it kind of feel like?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay.
Basically, if you're gonna stay there, we're gonna go six like round for round because you're basically in combat.
Okay. I guess I'll step into the light, back into the light with these 2 soldiers. Oh, I suppose I would have dropped them. Yeah, step back into the light. So, well, I was attacked by some sort of child.
Did you drop
Clearly
the
it doesn't
soldiers
want
or
to-
did you take them?
Nah, probably if I dropped them in the darkness, I wouldn't have been able to see where they went. So I'm going to step back out of the light. So the soldiers are left in there. Step back out. I lost the child. I lost the soldiers. They. I was attacked by something. Probably what attacked over here. Luckily, it didn't penetrate through, but the soldiers didn't help at all.
Clearly, you're still able to speak.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
did this
Oh yeah, you didn't.
did this creature? Yeah, did that creature try and bite you over?
I mean, clearly,
Nods
it's a
vigorously.
wound on the leg.
Oh, that's
in
right.
the-
Yes. Well, it didn't
Yes.
bite me, so I think that was.
Yeah.
So long as she
Points very sarcastically at the necrotic wound on her leg, by the way.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, I wasn't bitten, so I've kept my tongue. Yes, I guess so. So, thank you. Aeon.
Sarcastic
Yeah,
thumbs up as well.
yeah, thank you. We could try and find if there's another door in that room. They would split up, and then it can only really bite one of us at a time.
Well, have we searched through the entire room? Maybe there is something else. Maybe it was not toys that we were looking for.
What was the name that of the other one, if she was calling out, I assume it was the female of the two siblings,
Yeah,
based on
sounds
their
like
names.
Fenton.
It sounded like a boy. They're both male
Oh,
names.
sound like boy. Oh, right. What were the names again?
Fenton
Brenton and Debus.
Okay.
Brenton and Debus. Okay.
Fenton!
If the
Jesus Christ.
the creature or child in there was asking for Brenton, would that mean it's Debus?
I step back in the room. Devis, is that you? got
There's
you, child.
again sobbing all around.
Devis,
A
you're being,
rapid pattering of footsteps.
Devis, you're being silly now.
Something collides
Very
with your
silly.
legs again, but doesn't manage to sort of
I'll
pierce
go for
through
the
and find
disadvantage
purchase.
grab again. I'll just try and grab this child. Oh, even worse.
Oh.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Devis, you're being silly.
you don't manage to grapple it, and then again, the thing collides with you from another direction. Luckily, your armor holds its sort of fangs at bay again.
Devis, I'm not sure where Fenton is. Do you know where he went? I can try and find him. I can find him for you. Sound of the dice rolling.
Oh, you know what? You're effectively blind. This thing has advantage on you. With a hit point.
No, it doesn't. It's fine.
Alright, you are hit this time. You take 14 damage total, 7 bludgeoning, 7 necrotic. As it bites into you, I need a charisma saving throw. And you have disadvantage on it.
Okay, well.
From both your Rashi
No, I want
boy
you to-
and some other effect.
Alright, well, it was going to be the 10, so am I
Alright.
now?
You take a point of exhaustion. And as you attempt to communicate with this thing vocally again, you find that she can no longer speak it.
Right, well, at this point, I'll step out of the room. I'll come out and I'll point at my mouth. I'm visibly very, very hurt now. Very hurt. I'm barely able to. I stumble out of the room like.
Looks
I
like our
see.
party's gotten a lot quieter.
As he stumbles out of the room, you do see something briefly cross the threshold of magical or supernatural, rather, darkness for a split second. As the three of you see the small face of some small skeletal figure, followed all of a sudden the sob for that split second turns to a shriek as it enters the light. And then dashes back into the room.
I know what this is, but I can't talk. Plus, I wouldn't want to say anything, but
He's not a fetus. That's what's an abomination.
Cubone! Sorry.
Yep.
Looks like a Cubone.
I don't think we need to be trying to save that child anymore.
Aoife's gonna mime killing it instead.
I nod my head. I'm like,
Gideon
I think
puts his
that
thumbs
might
up.
be wise.
Now we might need some form of trap to get it out of that supernatural darkness. But with the current party's health, I don't know if continuing at the moment is the best idea.
Well, maybe there is something back in the room. I think you can all rest, and I'll keep searching through the rooms again. Maybe there is something we missed.
Gideon would pull out the syringe of crimson liquid. Just show it to everyone. Like shrug.
Hmm.
I stick it in me and inject.
Okay.
Alright.
So I guess on our way
Yeah.
back a little bit.
Someone on them.
I don't know if this is going to be good or if it's going to be bad, but it's crimson, and most healing potions in my head, red means healing potion. But it could also be an injection of ultimate fire, as far as I know.
You gain 5 hit points.
Yes. Oh, I look a little bit perkier.
To have been a cure wounds potion.
Alright, I throw it in the room of darkness. Hopefully hitting the child.
You hear a smash.
You know it's going to come back and bite us. Like, we'll be fighting in that room, one of us will fall over. Oh, if only we had... Oh, wait, that's not Pathfinder. Right. I was like, scent. Scent would be great. God, that creature. I'm sad now.
Plan.
Don't know. We haven't seen...
I want to go back and search in the room. Like, I just, clearly the first thing we found didn't work. I'm going to start sorting through like what's on the bed.
You don't find much more. Yeah, it's mostly just an assortment of clothes. Maybe like a few colouring in supplies. Table with scribbles on them.
Okay. I start looking through the paper with scribbles because obviously the skeleton abomination thing was covered in pictures.
It was.
So I start looking through. Does anything catch my eye that appears to be particularly fucked up?
As you rummage through the drawings, you just find, whoever these boys that had drawn them, sort of pictures of themselves. They just say like, pictures of 2 stick figure, like kids, would be like me, Brenton, me and Debus.
Typical narcissistic behavior. Clearly. Clearly.
It'd be like, there's
Freud.
there's one, there's a picture, there's 3 figures. There's an adult woman, stick figure, next to them. And it says, me, Brenton, Nurse Nasa.
Ooh.
Have we met Nurse?
You haven't really taken any time to get to know many of the survivors in the other chapel, so you don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe this is time. Maybe we should head back and try and... Wow.
I mean, as far as I know, she's probably... Okay. I take a step back out and I just have a look at the plaques on the doors again, just to make sure that none of them say Nurse Nasa or something like that.
No, these are all patient rooms.
Yep.
Aoife is going to yawn extravagantly to try and hint to the other people that she is exhausted.
Well, if you was tired, perhaps maybe here is a good place to rest, but the risk is we may be leaving ourselves exposed. Stay here.
She's gonna gesture a hard no and point in the general direction of the chapel. So westward.
Yes. We don't want to fall asleep on the outside. Yes. Okay. So I guess.
Those 2 routes.
What was the
There's 2 routes back to the chapel. You have to go either back outside on the garden path again, or through the blood wall.
Aoife knows what she's doing.
Yep, it's outside.
Yeah.
I tell everyone, like, as I'm the least wounded, I think I will make the gambit. I looked at everyone, I'm like, are we ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Sweet. I fucking, yep, go outside. And I run over. Ooh.
You dash back across the garden path on the outside through the thick yellow mist. The door still open on the other end. You quickly dash through the door, dripping wet. And back into the visitor's room that you had been in previous bouts of stuck.
Sweet.
Yeah, I
And
can't run behind that.
open
Yeah,
door.
thanks.
Okay. I also retained those kids' drawings to
Right.
examine.
Alright, so just let's roleplay it. Alright, so you make your way back to the chapel.
Cool. Yeah.
10:30 p.m. So as you get back, the chapel has gone quiet. Looks like most of the survivors have gone down to rest. Winter approaches you as you enter. The guards sort of gesture hello as you pass by them. Wait back. Oh, you're okay. Did you find anything?
We found many things, but unfortunately, some of these things have caused us some problems. You see, these who here have lost their voices. I am unsure why.
Gurgle's affirmation.
Oh dear. How? What? I don't understand. What?
They were bitten by some small skeletal creature. I don't know what is done to them, but they are now incapable of talk.
Oh, that's awful.
There is some very, very dark room on the other side. It is completely dark. No light can penetrate. And the lanterns and my detect magic spell cannot penetrate either. I want to know more about two children. Debus and Brenton. Do you happen to know either of these?
At mention of their two names, you hear a woman in the corner of the room pipes up. She's like, "Wait, did you find Debus?"
I found something.
It is one of the nurses dressed up in the same padded armor as the captain and the other guards. Debus has been missing since shortly after the earthquake during the uprising of the cultists. His brother's here.
His brother is here.
Yes, he's in the chapel with Tolman.
He's been calling out. He's been calling out Brenton. He's scared. But I don't know if we should show Brenton what has happened to him.
She sort of glances over in the corner. You see the children that are usually in the chaplain's office next door where you entered yesterday. They get brought in here into the chapel to sleep at night. You see them all together in the corner with another man, so the man that was with them inside the chaplain's office, sort of watching over them. Like, oh, him over there, he's asleep now.
I think this is a conversation best had while he is.
Yes.
The child was a child before, a human child, correct?
Well, what do you mean before?
Well, the things that we have seen that maybe Debus is some sort of skeleton covered in crude images, papers, child's drawing.
You mean he's dead?
In some fashion.
I haven't seen too many dead walk, but this one is very agile. I kind of describe the skeletal features in detail. The larger head, the rodent-like kind of front teeth.
You see a tear sort of slide down her face as she looks over at the sleeping Brenton. He can't know.
I do not wish for him to know either, but he is calling out and he is stopping us from proceeding. I'm unsure what to do.
I'm sorry, but I'm unsure too.
What do you think, Dowsett?
I think we need to rest before we really decide if we can take anyone with us to try to draw this child out.
Obviously, the children are asleep, so there's no a point talking to them. I show. Actually, no, it's not.
Just quickly, while Heimlich is talking to, I'm assuming this is Nurse Nazar? Nazar?
It's this one here,
Yeah. She's just gonna show the bite mark on her leg. And I'm assuming Gideon has a bite mark somewhere low down as well.
Well,
So
I was on
gesture
my one
to-
knee, so I might have one a bit higher up. I'll
Yeah.
show her the bite as well.
Just while he's talking about the rat features and whatnot.
yeah. Okay. You notice midway through this conversation, Aoife, your voice returns, and you're able to speak again.
Eva's gonna, while she's gesturing at the various wounds on herself and Gideon, she's gonna try and be like gurgling to say like, this is where the little fucker bit us. But all that comes out is, "The little fucker bit us." And then she's very surprised, like looks around, like, wait, did you guys? Can I talk? Is it back?
Gideon will nod.
There's no there's no dance thing, but yeah, Aoife would give it like a little jig, like a dance for joy, upon.
Gideon gives a sigh of relief, knowing that his will pass soon as well.
And around 5 minutes later, your voice returns as well.
Ah,
5 or 10 minutes later.
alright, well, hello. I think our best option is to probably reconvene in the morning. To have a
I think I want to kill that little thing.
me too.
I don't
Honestly,
care if it's
it's-
Debus or Brenton or whatever the
It's-
fuck it little thing is, but
Honestly, I don't think that thing's going to be able to rejoin rehabilitate into this community. It will just bite its friends, constantly be in darkness and death. We could throw the brother at it and see if that calms it down and get to the next room.
I'm not sure if that's a great idea either.
It's not, but it's the only one I could think of.
Yes.
Unless we get him to say, yes, I'm here, hello, from the other room, and then we just murder it as soon as it comes out.
Well, it was asking after Brenton, so I guess if he said something, we might be able to convince it to come out of the darkness.
Yes, perhaps this might be a good course of action, especially if Brenton does not have to see what has happened.
Wait one. As a... I can create an object that can hold... can record a long message for up to 6 seconds, so we can record the child's voice.
That could be a good idea.
I can technically do that 3 times.
This would be good. I can do this too. But what we can do is we can lure the child skeleton thing into the next room and club it to death.
Yes. Fantastic idea. And if that doesn't work, we can come back the next day, ask the child to talk some more in the thing, and then go back. See what we can do.
That is the best way to put the child in the least danger.
Yep. I think so. Yes, I think so. Well, shall we rest for the night, and then tomorrow morning head out?
Yes. Does someone want to write a convincing script?
I think just getting the child to asking the child about his brother might be enough, and if not, then maybe asking the child to ask his brother to come out. Say that he's trapped under something, and then when we come back, surprise, your brother's dead. You know.
Classic, that one.
I want
Classic
to
joke.
roll.
We got you. Your
Practical
brother's
joke,
been
you know,
dead
yeah.
the whole time.
Haha, got him. You know,
Haha.
everyone jumps out. They're all laughing.
Surprise! You're an orphan, and you have no siblings.
So that's actually quite funny.
A little bit of spittle falls out of the side of Gideon's holy mouth.
Surprise! Stab.
Alright, so you guys want a long rest?
Yeah. Long rest.
It feels like we were just asleep.
Now, don't tell the DM.
Alright, as you go down, don't hit the long rest button yet. Because you go down in the evening, you have something quick to drink, to eat. There's some of the stew left over from dinner that the survivors cooked.
Gideon takes a little bit longer than everyone else because he's got to hold the side of his mouth up.
Oh god, I hate it.
Otherwise, if he puts too much in, it just falls out. So he's got the bowl like neatly parked like the left of his face. So if it does fall out, it just occasionally hear it splash back in. No, he's not. He's eating it normally. It's just sometimes he might eat a bit too much and a bit will fall out, so he has to catch it in the bowl.
So I was just imagining he's just like literally just spooning it from the bowl into the side of his face.
He's trying to be polite. That's how he would eat. Like that's how he eats sandwiches if he's by himself. Well, that's how. Yeah, just through the cheek, just you know, but with his mouth closed. But the problem is that with soup and stuff, it doesn't work that way. So because we've been eating broths, it's kind of like he doesn't, and he's eating with people. It's like he wants to eat normally, but he has to tilt his head a little bit. You know.
So you've been dozing off for around an hour or so.
Short rest.
Yeah, you could short rest if you like. Benefits of a short rest.
Yeah.
When you hear you're all awakened by the sounds of a scream coming from just outside the chapel.
What, outside?
Just outside the chapel.
I mean, like, sorry, outside, or do you mean like outside of the corridor?
Outside in the corridor.
Gideon get up and run out there.
Yep.
As you all run out the door, you see sprawl on the ground.
Oh no.
The woman, the guard known as Dana, is thrashing around, her sort of eyes closed. The chair that she's usually sitting on next to her sort of overturned.
Does she look like she's been attacked by anything, or she's just having a fit?
No, she's thrashing around as though having a night terror. Captain Vorston standing over her. Oh no. He sort of runs around the corner as you guys exit. Oh, she must have fallen asleep. Quick, help me get her inside.
Yep, I rush up and grab her.
As you move over and begin to drag her towards the door, she sort of like gives one last final shriek before going limp. As you drag her across the threshold and into the chapel, you see a small wisp of yellow mist seep out of her mouth and dissipate. You, as you bring her into the chapel and close the doors behind you, check for her vitals and you see that she's expired.
Can I do an Arcana check as that wisp comes out of her mouth?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't worry.
Yeah, you didn't notice. You do notice that it seems to be the same mist that's, outside.
Yeah, I hold my nose, thinking it was,
Excuse me, Captain Vorston? What the fuck did you mean? She must have gone to sleep. What does that mean?
It's like we told you, you can't fall asleep outside the chapel.
So anywhere but consecrated ground is... Just... Can he go to sleep there?
It would appear so. Oh.
Has this happened to all of people that fell asleep outside?
I've never seen it kill anyone yet, but apparently it can.
Aoife's gonna look very pointedly over to the whoever it was that suggested sleeping outside of the chapel.
Yeah. Hold
I
your
don't remember that being told to us at all. But shit, alright.
No, like we were told as soon as we came in, like, don't fall asleep outside.
Okay.
That's why, like, she gave me a look and I was like, oh, that's right, we can't fall asleep.
Alright.
That's
How many people have you
very
lost
scary.
this day, Captain? Or as you said, this is the first death?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen anyone in here die of it yet. But...
Well,
in the
how
early
did you
days,
know?
the first few days when we were here, anyone who fell asleep in the chaplain's office had terrible nightmares. That something chasing them. Gangly man covered in ribbons.
Was it... Did he have a razor?
Yeah,
Or like a scythe
a-
or something?
There's like a jagged knife, and he's got chains. He's covered in... There's chains hanging off him.
Wait. Didn't we all
Yes.
get...
Yes,
Killed by
I
him.
watched,
We
I
have
watched
seen
all
this.
of you get killed in my dream.
I remember distinctly getting disemboweled by him.
Yes, I had something a little bit similar from such a gentleman.
As you guys are discussing this, all of a sudden, Danae's body begins to convulse. It goes from lifelessness to twitching. It starts off as a light twitch in the foot, and then sort of spreads over her whole body, and it just begins wildly, as though she's having a
I want
fit.
to put a crossbow in her. Just aiming for the head, trying to stop it.
Vorston's like steps forward to stop her. He's like, "What are you doing? She's not dead."
You just said she was dead.
No, you said she was dead.
I'm still aiming the crossbow
Yep,
at her
same.
body.
I'm gonna see if I can like hold her down or something, like stop the thrashing around, and just be in a position if she starts doing something weird to be like, yeah, to be able to restrain her of some description.
You see, all this commotion has woken the children up in the corner of the room. They all sort of like begin sort of crying. You see the man Tolman trying to calm them down. Danae's body continues to convulse for almost a full minute before sort of it stops and goes limp again. Then as you watch it, it seems to undergo this rapid change over a matter of seconds. Her hair sort of all falls out. Her limbs begin to elongate. Her skin turns pale. Her mouth widens. A set of fangs growing on both top and bottom.
I fire.
Yeah, I was literally just about to roll a dagger attack against her.
Yep.
Aoife's not waiting around for this transformation to finish.
Do you get advantage on convulsing bodies?
Ooh, that's actually with
Uh,
the prone.
no, because there was ranged attack.
I was gonna say, I was attacking with the dagger and she was
Yeah,
prone, so
Yeah.
I do get advantage.
What do we got there? The Alphas hits.
Mine's the second one, the 17.
Yeah, we'd say the lot of you gather around, the guards sort of open fire as well. This thing, it appears as the transformation almost finishes, she's clearly turning into one of the doppelgangers that you encountered in this sector earlier. As you, fill it full of bolts and daggers, it sort of croaks for a second. It's like, and then goes limp, and bleeds
I'm
out.
gonna
on the
draw
floor.
I'm gonna draw my silver dagger and just hold it against the skin, or even maybe make a small cut on the creature, just to see if silver does anything against doppelgangers more. So,
It doesn't seem to do anything out of the ordinary.
okay, I'll put it back in the sheath. Sorry, I have to test something.
Aoife's gonna remove its head.
Cool.
In
Think
whatever,
of the children.
whatever. Nah, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't want this thing coming back, and the only way she knows to completely kill things is to decapitate them. So,
I'm like rushing over to the children. I'm like, turn around, children, turn around.
so she's picked up this lifeless body just by like the chin, I guess, and she's sawing through the neck to just remove its head.
You decapitate the doppelganger. And now it's a giant pool of blood
Why in the chapel?
all over the floor,
Why
right,
in
right,
the chapel?
right in the doorway.
It still could have been alive.
No, you're quite right. Yes. Good work, Aoife. Turns to the guard. Apologies for that, but it did had to be done. Did sleep anyone?
I'll try.
The Winter
you?
standing over the corpse next to you. She's like, huh. Well, maybe this explains
only-
where the ghouls and the doppelgangers came from.
Yes. We're all one. Right? Well, ghouls technically, there only needs to be one, and if you get bitten by it, the poison can spread through your body, and then when you finally die, you become a ghoul. Now these doppelgangers, they seem to come about because of, it looks like if you die from sleeping. So, don't fall asleep. Is my best advice. So don't get bitten and die, and don't fall asleep. He just nods his head to each of them.
She sort of turns to the captain. Yeah, up until now, we just thought the doppelgangers were wearing the staff's clothes. Apparently it was the staff.
Yes, most likely you've been just killing all the people that you work with. Who's missing? We could probably actually work out how many people there are in this place to now I guess best word, dispose of. In a such way.
There have been many bodies we've walked past, even piles of bodies. I think it may be too
Yes.
difficult to actually tell.
Some bodies that, yes, far too disfigured to actually be able to tell who it was as well.
And you say you didn't find out anything about the origin of the mist, or
Well, as that lady passed, just before she started convulsing, mist came out of her mouth. So I'm not sure if that's a connection towards the dream she had, where she, via her dreams, has brought forth some of the mist, or the mist itself has infected all of us. And as we die, we contribute to it. Those are my two theories that I have going on. Other than that, our friend, what's her name? The lady that's we found sitting there, Dr. Alessandra. She was spewing forth a rainbow kind of mist around her, and she's still in that room now. I guess we should have probably brought her back here.
I
But,
don't think touching her would have been a great idea. But Winter, do you know if Ms. Lissandro was doing any research or anything about, like, mists, I guess, or creatures, or?
Lissandro studied matters of the mind, not mists and creatures and monsters.
Yes, well, this is a mental hospital, so that makes sense, but...
And the mist was disappearing out of the mouth, and if she was dreaming, you think that the mind is under attack. Therefore, it could be a matter of the mind. So she was probably experimenting in some sort of way. Maybe she's protected at the moment, unlike the rest of us.
We tried to wake
maybe
her
didn't
from her
didn't that-
reverie.
Page from her journal that you showed me mentioned that she was sort of about to perform some sort of procedure on this Overzandalus character in regards to his dreams.
Did it? I can't read all that well, so...
Perhaps
We got that as a
we
note
also
Oh, there it is.
came across some of the maniac cultist people that you mentioned, and one of them mentioned they were after a book beginning with Z. I think it was written in her diary as well. This particular book.
They were looking
So that
for
may be.
they were looking for a book, or they were looking for records.
I think a book.
Didn't you say it was the records room?
I think they were in the records room. Yeah, they're looking for well, they said they were looking for stuff starting with Z. So probably I was thinking anyway. Ulver's records.
Yes, well, Xandalus starts with Z. Perhaps they were expunging the room of things about him.
Yes.
So we're looking for these documents, though. They must have already found them, because the Z that went up there, we could not find them either.
Yes, well, perhaps they got the job done.
Is there any other place, perhaps, they would have been kept?
No, sorry, perhaps one of the nurses knows.
So this nurse here is the one that was treating before?
She is support staff, not a nurse, but Nasa enters.
Right.
Like, no, I'm afraid all the records are kept in that room. Any not in the room would just only have been checked out by the administrator and would have been in her office.
You see, if they're in the office, I imagine they would have already been collected, but it is perhaps worth another look.
You should get some rest. You all look awful.
I look fantastic.
I don't think much rest is going to do much for this, but sure.
I think we should kind of like sleep in the same room as the. Wait! The kids are in this room. Is that what you said?
No, they get moved into the chapel to sleep.
Okay, cool. All right, so we should, kind of like stay close to Brenton enough just to make sure that if something bad happens, we can at least try and save him.
You see the nurse Tolman sort of looking out over the children, sort of trying to calm them and get them back to sleep. There's 3 of them. There's 2 boys and a girl. You glance over, you see Brenton looking up at Tolman from his bedroll. Tolman, it's gone out again. So stands there, he's like, oh, let me have a look, Brenton. He picks up with some sort of lantern off Brenton, sort of gives it a tap, and it starts to emit like more purple glow again. He gives it back to him. There you go.
Say, Brenton, I have something that might belong to you. And I show him the pictures.
Oh, you've been to my room.
Yes, I found these. I thought you might want them back.
Thank you.
Say, can you tell me about your friend here, Davis?
Davis is my brother. He's been missing for 5 days now.
That is a long time. I'm sure he's a big boy, and I'm sure he can look after himself, don't you think?
I hope he's okay.
Hmm.
Tolman sort of puts his hand on Brenton's shoulder. He's like, don't worry, Brenton. I'm sure Davis is fine.
If you were to hypothetically say something in about 6 seconds to Brenton, what would you want to say to him? Hold up a rock.
You see Tolman just like raises one eyebrow. He's like,
Excuse me, Heimlich. Tolman, what's that lantern Brenton's holding?
that's his brother's shadow lantern, like a nightlight. Helps him sleep.
It's Davis's?
It is, yes. Their parents died when they were very little. They've been in here ever since.
Please,
Disturbed them.
excuse me, Brenton. Do you mind if we borrow your brother's lantern for a little bit? We might be able to use it to search for him.
But like puts both arms around it, like pulls it in, holds it tight, and he's like, No, this is my brother's lantern.
I know it's spatial. I'll give it back to you, I promise. But I think it might be important, you know.
He sort of like looks sort of teary-eyed up at Tolman, like shakes his head. Tolman turns
Yeah.
like,
I'll tell you what. Sorry.
Have you
Tolman gonna say something.
have you ever wanted a mace?
I was gonna say.
I he pulls out of the ring, but I've got this mace that you can have. I'll do you a swap.
Gideon, I don't think you want the mace.
roll a
Well, I don't
persuasion
need it.
check. Roll a persuasion check.
The -1. Oh, 11. Yeah. Yeah.
He shakes his head again. He's like, No, it's mine.
I'm
What
just gonna.
about this silver dagger?
I'm just gonna push a little
you
bit out of the
mad?
way. Sorry, Brenton. Yeah, I've got this little piece of jewelry. It means quite a lot to me. And I'm gonna pull out the silver ankh thing that the holy symbol of Saranray that I found.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not gonna leave this place without coming back for this little piece of jewelry. It means a lot to my family. So what do you say? You hold on to this, and I'll hold on to your lantern just for a wee bit. Wait, what about even I'll come? You can have it for tonight, and I'll get the lantern off you tomorrow morning, and you'll have it back before the day's end.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
My 8 with what I was saying.
Aoife's not very good at persuading people.
Neither's.
Ah!
Fuck. We're gonna have to steal it.
Can I? I'll lean in and I go, Brenton. What's more important? This lantern at the moment, or getting your brother back here with you? This lantern could be the key to, being the guiding light to getting him back into the chapel.
Roll persuasion check.
I love all the angles.
Oh
we
my
take
god,
this
boys.
from. Oh my god, this is fucking stupid. Go on, Gideon. I'm not Gideon, sorry.
Someone else roll persuasion check. We got Heimlich left. Come on.
Oh,
I'm at nine.
Tolman steps in front. He's like, all right, I think that's enough.
One of us still has a chance. Go on. We've not run out of options yet. We'll ask him again in the morning,
I
but
think we can talk
one of
to
us.
the in the morning.
Actually,
one more. No, it's fine. Go on. What have you got to offer? I have rings.
Could I-
I hand my hand.
Could I do this to get advantage on that check?
You're going to cast a spell at him. Just Chaos Bolt. Can I do this?
That's not a. It's on ability checks, not skill checks.
Ah, bummer.
Attack.
The only option we have is when he falls asleep, we'll take him outside of the chapel. No? Oh, okay.
Oh, rough. I think we should just go to bed. I think we should rest and then we can talk to the boy in the morning. Perhaps he will feel.
We'll try again tomorrow morning. You won't remember.
Tolman nods in agreement. He's like, yes, I think that's enough dry British humour for one night.
Okay.
What is British?
British.
Oh, fuck off.
Rude.
Rude, sir. Alright, I will find a patch of ground to slump on and sleep.
Alright.
Aoife's gonna clean up the mess of the doppelganger body that she decapitated.
Oh yeah,
first.
I'll give you a hand with that. With my
Yeah.
limp.
Yeah,
And
I'll also help with that.
Strength.
Alright. And then after that, you guys can hit the long rest button.
Boom. Oh,
do we
my
recover?
exhaustion?
Yeah.
The what?
Do we recover exhaustion? Because what we need is
We did
food and
eat.
drink.
Yeah. You get a full night's rest, so you regain 1 point exhaustion. Back to 0.
I'm going to prepare spells. Just choose AoEs. I'm just going to fire everything I can.
And if you're using your elixir thing, do it now.
Okay. Featured traits. Where's the elixir? I don't need to redo that. Where is it? Alchemist. Vital job. Elixir. Here we go. D6. What do we get? Boys, we get a healing potion. 2d4 plus my intelligence modifier.
Nice.
Very nice. That's actually very helpful. Cool.
Alright. So next morning, the dim light of the morning sort of illuminates the room slightly through the stained glass windows. You guys have a quick bite to eat from the cooking fires. And what's the plan?
Let me just get as many AoEs.
Harass the child further.
Yep.
I would like to see if Brenton is always continually watching / holding onto the said lantern.
Yes, he seems to be clinging to it like a lifeline.
God damn it. Child, stop.
Is Brenton particularly attached to the floor? And can we take him with us?
Oh, wait. Do we bring back those toys with us? Because I know that you brought them
Nope,
out
they're in the
for-
room.
No, he
I
dropped
dropped
them
them
in the
in the room.
dark room.
I remember this.
Rip.
How similar looking, other than the light that it's emitting, is this lantern to the other one?
It's like it's looks like it's basically specially made. It's very small, like a sort of mini child-sized lantern, and has like a tiny purple flame like flickering on the inside constantly. Some sort of enchantment.
I'm just gonna. Is Brenton still just like in the same corner? He's just chilling out, whatever.
Yeah.
Still scared, a scared little child.
Oh,
so I
actually,
think
so
we should
they
record
get
his-
up around the same time as you guys. they sort of eat as well, and then Tolman takes the children back to the chaplain's office again.
We should try and get a voice recording of him.
Is this lantern like hand-sized?
What do you mean?
Mage hand size.
Well, no, like you can create with prestidigitation. You can create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that can fit in your hand, and that lasts until the end of your next turn. I wonder if I can
That's
do a
6
little
seconds.
swap season run.
It's,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Before
well, they don't like
you do that, while we're having breakfast, Eva would like to just approach Brenton, like with I'm assuming it's just broth/soup again for brekkie.
Hmm?
And just say, "Excuse me, Brenton. I'm sorry about last night. We were all a little bit tired, and I know how much this lantern means to you. But we did encounter Davis out on the other side of the facility, and he was saying he couldn't see you without his lantern. We couldn't get to him, so I was just wondering if we could borrow your lantern so we could pass it to Davis so he could see where he's going and come to us."
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
We can still have my mace.
Oh!
Finally! Ha!
He sort of like looks down. He looks up at you like, you know, like Puss in Boots' eyes, like sort of.
Oh,
Quivering
this
with
breaks
tears,
me
and he's-
heart a little
he's
bit.
like-
She's just like,
You can't bring my brother back?
Yes, 100%.
I'm glad Gideon said that because Ava was not gonna say that.
He's like,
I'll have the lantern back here by the end of the night. It'll be safe and sound.
Aether, you still got exhaustion on you?
Negative.
Okay, you've got an eye popping up on your character, just making sure. Yes, we'll bring him back as soon as we can. We just need that light that you have.
sort of hesitantly hands it over to Aoife. You see Tolman
him-
standing there, just looking at you, Aoife, just stone-faced, shaking his head slowly.
I hand him my mace.
Eva's gonna intercept the mace and just tuck it behind her back and say,
I seriously don't.
You're a
It's
very
fine.
kind soul, Brenton. That was very nice of you.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see you just in a wee bit, alright?
and tentatively gonna slowly walk away
Right.
and handing Gideon's mace back to him on the way.
Oh, I really don't need this.
Don't give it to a child, alright?
Well, I don't need it. And if he wants something to cuddle, he can cuddle that. A light's not going to keep him safe at night. A mace might.
Maybe heal his brother then. He can cuddle his brother.
I mean, we've both experienced what his brother does at night. We don't want that.
I'm not the
No.
mage. I don't know how to do it.
What do you mean with the mage? Do what?
Well, you can cast spells and shit. I don't know.
I mean, no, I don't cast spells. I find the right components, mix them together, and the chemicals in between them create what we
It's
need.
basically magic. I don't
He
care.
pulls butter out of his hand. If I mix this up enough in my
I
hand,
don't
I
want to
can
see
make
you
it
fucking
slippery
butter.
floor.
It's fucking disgusting.
No, look, it's
You fond on your butter all fucking day, and it's just getting all over your hands and your clothes.
Oh,
And
look
the-
about this. He pulls a small mirror out of his pocket. He's like, look, this will keep you safe. If I just like breathe on it and give it a shine. Or,
How is breathing on a mirror gonna help me at all?
look, I will use it on you next encounter, and you'll see. You'll see, and I'll protect you.
Well, see, there you go. There's your magic right there.
No, the mirror. I'll throw it to you, and because you've got the mirror, it will protect you. Just don't worry about it. And he'll look at his fellow artificer and roll his eyes and walk through the door.
What? Roll his eyes. Rangers.
Well, one of his eyes rolls, the other one fixates on you. He goes to walk out the door and walks back in. Who's got the light?
The fake light.
No, the light that's the real lantern. Has anyone got the lantern?
Yeah, I have the lens. Nope.
What meme?
Is that gonna pull? Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh, there it is. It's backward.
So what's the plan? Which way are you going?
Oh, fuck. Casually
You're welcome.
approach child. Oh, so good, Scott. So good.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna head over there. A lantern in it. So can we have a look at this lantern? And do we know, like, can we look over it and see what it does? Or is it just literally like a small
nightlight.
light? Okay, so it's just literally a nightlight. It just made it sound like it swallowed darkness or something.
Oh, it's a nightlight.
Okay.
Do we want to like get a voice recording as well?
Well, if you want to harass Brenton some more, go for it.
Yes,
but-
I wander back in.
No. Ah, that was sarcastic. It was rhetorical.
Brenton, just before
It
we
was
go,
not actually meant
what
to
would you
happen.
like to say to Dennis when we
Tom
find him?
steps in front of the door and you try to enter the chaplain's office. He's like, "Fuck off, or I'll knock your teeth out."
No, I show him my mouth. I don't have many teeth. Look, I just need a recording of what he would like to say to his dead. I mean, his brother. When he
He closes the
sees
door in your face. You hear the key lock on the other side.
Should this man be locked in a room full of children?
I don't think you should be near a room of children ever again, Gideon. I think that was a bit weird.
I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't honestly understand.
I think it was the continually approaching them and trying to offer them a mace. I'm not sure if that behooved you all that much.
Oh, fine. If this doesn't work, we're gonna bring the child into the room. It'll be fine. And he'll just wander off through the doorway. I can't. Oh, the game's paused. I can't do anything.
Which direction are you guys gonna head back? Through the blood wall or through the garden?
Blood wall, because I think blood wall is the best way.
Aoife's not heading through the blood wall, she's heading through the garden.
Oh, sorry, the garden. No, I thought in my head the garden. I thought you meant the courtyard. So through the through the
stepping
worms.
stones.
Let's go
Yeah.
worms. Worms.
There is you couldn't not pay Aoife to go through that blood wall.
I think you could. I mean, it would be fun. It's honestly not that bad.
When's it too late to bail out of a relationship? My fiance is cooking and set off the smoke alarm.
I get it.
Oh,
it
you
happened.
for real?
There was somebody burnt toast in our apartment at some point at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and fire brigade and everyone came. That was good fun. Happened to us in Melbourne after we played a show as well. That was the worst.
So you guys re-enter the day room with the furniture, strange birdcage, the dead cultists again. Beginning to smell more and more as these cultist corpses are just beginning to decompose heavily.
Awesome.
Would we put these corpses outside if we're gonna keep trafficking this room?
We've already cut up one.
Yes, the
I mean-
smell doesn't really bother me still. If you want to move him, you can move him further, but like
It's gone to a point now that it's probably already rotten, so moving it's just going to be even grosser. And I don't know how much water we have left to have a shower with.
I know you've got a little bit of a delicate nose, but
I just had a look
Honestly,
outside
I think it'll be
and see.
fine.
Seems to see closest. The coast is clear. If we are ready to make our way
Well-
back.
Alright? No, I will start walking across.
I've
I'm
fucking
gonna
run.
run across and
Yeah, I'm
specifically
not walking.
not
It's
walk.
run.
Alright, the four of you sprint through the rain again.
Is it still raining?
It is still raining. Hasn't stopped raining the entire time you guys have been here.
For 5
It's just
days?
incessantly warm rain and thunder on the outside.
Yeah, is it like drinkable rain?
Yeah, they've been collecting it inside the chapel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Glad we
You guys make your way back. So inside the patient's day room, you see that, again, the corpse sitting in the armchair remains, the torrent of blood flowing across the room and feeding the wall.
I push her out the way so we can go around her again. And so I'll wander over this way,
Yeah.
grab
there
her,
you go.
push her out the way,
Right,
wander around
guys,
that way.
Wander around it.
That way. Hello. Right, do you want me to speak to the child?
Yes, well, last time I tried to speak to him, it bit me in the fucking legs, so...
Yeah, same thing here. I even did that thing where you get down on one knee, you get to the child's level, and that didn't work. But maybe with this lantern, it might help. Does the lantern give off light at all?
Just a dim purple glow.
Okay. Well, I'm more than happy to step in and give this a go.
Maybe we
Well-
don't need to step in, but just hold the lantern near the door.
Yeah, see if we can call it over and... Well,
Alright. Well, open
kill
the
it,
door.
obviously.
Open the door.
You open
All
the
I see
door
is
and you see
darkness.
darkness beyond the threshold again.
I put the light out in front of us, and I say, Davis? No, sorry, Branson. Which one? It's Davis.
It's
isn't it?
Davis, it's Davis.
Yeah, sorry. Davis, I have your lantern here. See, it's the purple one. From your brother, who's dying to meet you. Dennis?
There's no response from the room.
Alright, I step in with the lantern. Dennis?
As you
Hello?
step in, you hear the sort of field of sobs all around you again. As you
I have your light.
hold out the purple lantern, the sobs sort of die out for a second. There's nothing but eerie silence. And then you see a small, spectral child's hand appear out of the darkness before you, glides towards the lantern.
I hold it
touches
up and go, I've got to... Oh, touches it, okay.
Touches it with one finger. And then vanishes.
What,
Then-
the child vanishes?
No, the spectral hand vanishes. Over the next few seconds, the flickering light of the lantern that Heimlich is holding wash over the room as the darkness fades.
Is that the child there?
It reveals what appears to be just perhaps once some sort of armory or a sort of post where the orderlies kept their supplies. The racks that would have once held batons shattered. The room is an absolute mess. Things are shattered and thrown everywhere. You do find the small, long, decomposed corpse of a small child in the corner of the room, amongst the sort of
Excellent! What do you mean?
range of
Sorry.
other carnage. Several dead orderlies, all with bags tied over their heads, just like the ones you saw out in the administration office the day before.
Does the child's body have a bag over its head?
No, the child's body is strangely shows like advanced decomposition. It's just bones.
Well,
Is the body moving at all?
No.
And does it have a normal head?
Yes.
Are the toys that were dropped in here still there?
Yes, they are in front of the
is that,
door where
and our second lantern?
Gideon dropped it. That lantern is smashed.
Ah,
I take the
Yes.
toys and
Sorry
I
about that.
cast mending on the lantern.
well, we found him.
I'm not sure if we can bring this back to the chapel.
I'm sure that giving him a burial might be enough for the child.
Hmm.
I don't think we want to bring the body back, but we can definitely bring back the toys and the lantern.
Yes.
We
I
still have
think-
we still have the lantern, right? That I walked in with, that he touched.
Yes.
Okay. We could just say we didn't find him. Forever.
Yes, that's what I was thinking actually.
And he'll never
He's-
know what happened to his brother.
He was missing. We heard his voice and we went to find him and he was missing because we waited too long.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking we would say.
Blame the child for not acting urgently. Exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
it's always the child's fault.
Right. All right. Just so we're on the same page. Walk in.
Yes,
No,
we
we
should
couldn't find your
remind
brother, and it's
Brenton
your
of that
fault.
as well.
Yes. Is that a door to the northeast?
It is a door, yeah. Large, wooden, double door.
Gideon will open it.
Alright, so you give it a push. As
Okay.
you push it open, it appears there was a chair on the other side of it trying to do that classic double door thing.
Classic.
But turns out it was a pull door. So you pull it in towards you. And this chair just tips over, revealing the room beyond. So as you gaze out, the door open?
I can't see anything. No, there was no door there originally. Like, there was no option for a door.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Bye. You'll be able to see it now, yes?
Nope.
No?
Oh, I walked into the room and I saw stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. Just stand there. Alright, so...
So
Uh-oh.
did I have to close this door? I just wanted to see if I had to close this door to be able to see it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's it, but it
Okay, but
definitely
yeah,
made
you
it
stepped
appear
in.
for me. Ah!
No.
As you
Did-
step inside, you gaze around. The gigantic space you now find yourself in may have once been a cafeteria or assembly hall, and now it looks like the village of a savage tribe. Wildly burning braziers stand amid yellow tents and scrap structures. Portions of the western walls have collapsed, and it looks like ramshackle barricades have been erected. You see several cultists sort of standing in front of them, guard, looking out. Many of them looking very, very nervous. You see in front of you anywhere between sort of 15 to 30 people just meandering about around the braziers and cooking fires. I haven't put tokens down for these people, but
That's fine.
they're there. You see there's yellow mist in this room. It's not as thick as it is outside, like where you cross through the garden, but it looks like there are plenty of gaps in the wall, both where the wall is completely collapsed on the western side of the room where the cultists are standing guard, and there's sort of small amounts of the yellow mist just freely seeping through into the room and now circulating around. It's thick enough so you can't see the northern wall from where you are, but not as much as it is outside. As you step through the door, the sound of both the chair tipping over and the four of you walking in catches the attention of several cultists in the immediate vicinity. You also notice hanging above the camp on the eastern wall over here, several bodies crucified and hanging from the wall.
Jesus.
Dry streaks of crimson blood, sort of now dried up, that would have cascaded down the wall days earlier. You see these crucified bodies also have pillowcases and bags over their heads and then fastened around the neck. As several of the cultists notice you, they sort of all stand up, all pick up weapons and move towards you, grabbing the attention of further cultists. There is 10 plus of them. They walk over and sort of surround you guys in a semicircle and in a cacophony of just what are you doing here? All looking like they're sort of about to attack you. When you see a man dressed in the coat of one of the Briarstone doctors sort of steps through between them, pushing them aside, and then walks in front of them and stands between them and you as sort of a fairly handsome, blonde-haired young man. What are you doing? Everybody, calm down. Look, it's just more. Come to gaze beyond to serve the Orpiment. Welcome, friends. Welcome. He walks towards you with open palms and arms spread wide. gets within a few feet of you, and you see him. It's like he's screaming with his eyes. He leans forwards a bit, and he's like, "If you want to live, just come with me now. Don't say anything."
I nod my
Ethan's just
head.
nod acceptance, and
Yes, I do want to live. I'll come with you.
Like, come, friends, come. Yeah. He sort of pushes several of the cultists aside. So you see several of them just seem to be losing interest at this point anyway, and just sort of meandering off.
I put something to my face, like a handkerchief or something, to like kind of like mask the ingress of fog.
Alright, follow me, friends. Out of my way, you boob! He pushes one of the cultists out of the way. He leads you to the northern end of the camp. And you see there is a large sort of makeshift tent area in the northeast corner over here. It just looks like a normal room. There's a door, and he sort of leads you inside and then sort of closes the canvas behind you, drapes it over. I have a picture of him.
oopsies. All right.
He's wearing
Oh,
Crocs.
you underplayed the handsomeness.
He's wearing Crocs though. I mean, I can't trust this guy.
I like his
Oh.
shoes.
He's like, "Whoa, you're lucky to be alive." Who are you? Where have you been?
Well, who are you? And
Like,
what are you doing in this fog-infested room?
Oh, I'm Dr. Ren Elborn. I was the doctor here at the asylum before the earthquake and the uprising. What are you doing here?
Nice to meet you, Dr. Elborn. We were patients here, and before that, well, we don't remember anything. But my name is Gideon. That is Aether. That's Bolthus. And that's Hemlock, Dr. Hemlock.
I think it's Heimlich.
Heimlich? Sorry, Hemlock. Hey, Heimlich. Sorry.
As you glance around the room, you see there's several beds in here and several wounded people. Sort of most of them just either sleeping or just in various states of stupor, laying in the beds. It's like, oh yes, nice to meet you. How have you survived out there?
It was not easy. There have been many hurdles to get here.
Lots of murder. We were attacked by several fiends in several rooms, from ghouls to doppelgangers to giant rat people to a small child. But we've made our ways through with collective skills that we had before we had our amnesia. I'm wondering how you guys have survived living in a room filled with smoke. Or the gas, should I say.
Well, the mist doesn't bother us in here. It just kind of seeps in. It's not like outside with the things within it. Although we are constantly attacked by ghouls from the courtyard outside.
Is there
Where
any?
does the courtyard connect to?
In the western wing, northwestern wing.
Is there any evidence of like any sort of like religious symbology anywhere around that's kind of protecting these guys, or it's just
Nothing
kind
that
of
you
free
saw.
of that? How is it that everyone here is, I mean, relatively sane, I would say?
Sane? See the nutters out there?
How is it that you are you are sane?
Because I wasn't a patient here. I'm a doctor.
Yes,
Well-
well, I think my friend Heimlich here is talking about a little bit of a different kind of insanity.
I don't follow. What do you mean?
Well, you got your conventional crazy bastards, but not like these people we've been encountering. They just seem to to have lost complete control of all of their faculties, and I mean, I don't know, mental patients just don't attack you on sight with crowbars, do they?
Most of these, yes, well, some of the people in here will. Although, no, not everyone. There's, some of Xandalus tends to pick his more, shall we say, willing followers to venture out into the asylum.
Did you
The-
say
Kind of-
Xandalus?
Is alive here?
Yes, Oliver Xandalus, he's here, he's upstairs.
You speak with him?
I, no, haven't spoken to him in a few days.
Right.
Could we meet with him?
He only lets me live because I'm useful to him. You can see I've been healing the people here. All the people here were either injured in the earthquake or injured by Xandalus's enforcers.
Right. Well, we've okay. So you're not loyal to him
No,
in a way.
no, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, well, you can, we've got a place that's very nice that you can come to after this. That might need a bit more information, I guess. Do you know what happened to, like, a few days ago during the eruption? Were you near Xanarif when it happened? The earthquake?
Yes, I was here. I mean, I was here, like everyone else. First, there was the earthquake. It caused all the chaos. And then, plenty of us were gathered in here. Xandalus seized the opportunity and rallied the more disturbed and easily manipulated patients to his cause. And then came the uprising. Anyone who...
What is his cause?
I don't know. Xandalus just... He's their leader, but I've only been here for a week before this happened. I hear he used to just be a quiet artist that had bad dreams. I don't know how to explain it, but something seems to have let his dreams loose. He convinced a bunch of patients that he's some sort of prophet, and that he can lead them to the land of dreams. That was enough to start the riot. Soon after, those strange mists rose outside. The earthquake made the asylum fall apart, and we've been trapped here ever since.
Do you think maybe by killing him, everything could be solved?
I don't know. Either way, if you go upstairs, you're as good as dead.
We are, or he is?
You are.
Well, do you know Dr. Elige Losandro, Rain?
Yes, she was a doctor here.
Yes, well, she wrote some notes about Mr. Xandalus's dreams and saying that she was trying to cure them. And that she received a copy of, I think it was the Chain of Knights or something like the Chain of this, something like that. Do you know anything about that?
I'm afraid I don't, but it could be related.
Because we encountered Elige and, well, she wasn't looking all that healthy, I'll say that. She was alive, I think. But she was spewing forth some kind of rainbow gas.
Rainbow gas.
When was the last time you talked to Elige? Or have you?
It would have been, I don't know, a day or two before the earthquake.
And she was fine then? Was she talking about Xandalus or anything like that?
I mean, no more than usual. I know there was sort of a bit of an excitement about him actually talking for the first time in decades, but...
Wait, what? You mean... What is this excitement about Xandalus talking?
Yes,
You're saying he was a mute for decades?
he was catatonic for decades. He never said a thing.
Oh, that wasn't mentioned in the letter.
What letter?
Well, the diary or whatever.
This letter, and I'll hand over the letter so we can have a read. The diary.
He sort of reads it over the next few minutes, and then it's like, huh. Funny, it mentions the dreams. A lot of people are having the same dream of a gaunt thing in yellow rags hunting them.
Yes. Everyone's had that dream. In fact, the people are dying because of the dream.
Wait, can I ask you? You go to sleep here,
Yes, we do.
and you've not had people dying or convulsing?
Not for a few days now, but we
But it
always
happens
dream of
every now
him.
and again.
We're always running from him. They say if he kills you in your dreams, he reveals you for what you really are. Sometimes that's a corpse. Sometimes it's something worse.
Yes.
The doppelgangers.
Doppelganger.
Yes, well,
Oh,
regardless, everyone's terrified of sleeping, fearing the nightmares. Worse, they say that the Tatterman works for Xandalus.
The Tatterman.
Yes, that's what we've been calling him. That thing in chains.
sense.
So what you're saying, Xandalus has got his soul imprisoned here for no fucking reason whatsoever, except just his own enjoyment?
So it would seem.
Well, I want to shoot him. What's the best way we can go about doing that?
Oh, probably not right now, because, you know, I don't know, we don't know enough about him.
I don't know,
Really?
If you walk upstairs to confront him now, you'll
How many
You'll
men does
die.
he have upstairs?
He has a handful of his personal bodyguard, and even worse, the bag lady.
Bag lady?
What?
Is she the lady that's been putting all the bags over people's heads?
Yes, that's Agra Loomis. She's, well, one of the asylum's few actually criminally insane that have been kept here. She, in her 70s, but yet it's her that's strangled most of these people.
How does one get so much strength since the age of 70?
No, no.
The mind plays is a fickle thing, I presume. Otherwise, it might be magical reasons she's still up and walking. Well, what would you suggest then, Mr. Elborn?
Well, on top of that, you've got the problem with the mist upstairs. It's thicker up there. It courses straight through from the outside. The walls are broken. Yet most of the second story's collapsed. I do have an idea.
Yes.
Xandalus's closest, highest ranking sort of, what do we call them? Enforcers or
Crazy.
cult members. He refers to them as the Onirigens.
Nyrigens?
The Onirigens. There's a few of them upstairs, but one was sent to the northeast tower on his own a few days ago. He's still there. He hasn't come back. Maybe if he is there on his own, and you can trap him, maybe you can get some answers out of him.
Yes.
I like
Well,
the good idea.
Could you
How do
direct
we-
us to the northeast tower?
The doors are on the western side of the mess hall here. They lead through the kitchen and then over to the tower.
Well, will we be safe moving through all these cultists down here? Like, just pretend like we act like we're supposed to be here and
Yes,
that's all good,
here,
right?
here, take some of these. He hands you like a bunch of yellow rags to drape over yourself. Yeah, they won't look at you twice, as long as you look like them.
Right. I'll
Yep.
start putting them on my body.
Gingerly put the rags on, yeah. Reluctantly.
Right, I think we're ready to sally forth. Thank you, Dr. Elborn. We wish to free you as soon as possible.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to yourself. Hopefully you don't get bagged and tagged or whatever. He gives you a swift nod and steps out the door.
It's a nice way to put it. Bagged and tagged.
I'm not doing it properly. Oh, that's not even me. Hold up, sorry.
As you guys cross the camp heading towards the doors, you hear there's a succession of loud bangs on the barricades where the guards are standing. Just the guards all sort of
Is that
nervously stumble
over
backwards.
here?
Yeah, down there. The guards all nervously stumble backwards, like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and then the banging stops shortly. They all sort of breathe sighs of relief.
Did you
Alright.
say it was the top door or the bottom door?
I didn't specify.
I'll
Says
one.
west.
Turns out it didn't matter.
It's like a classic in-outdoor kind of thing.
Yes. Oh, there's a cook. Ah, yes, go through the kitchen.
So as
I
you
remember.
step
let's
in,
not go
there's
through this.
a row of fireplaces stand among heaps of barrel-sized pots and cooking implements in this ruin of a kitchen. Numerous doors lead to the southeast and west, while multiple corners of the L-shaped room have collapsed. A long line of rocks deliberately cordons off the westernmost door, just here. As you approach, it seems like these sort of chunks of the rubble have been deliberately placed like that.
Is there a lot of food around here, like that actually looks like it would be still suitable food?
Everything in this room, there's nothing suitable. There's just kitchen utensils scattered around and rotting scraps. You do hear, as you get to where you are now, you hear a light sort of clanging sound. Glance over, you could see a large cauldron in this fireplace here, with no fire even burning beneath it, is seemingly bubbling away.
Can I do an Arcana check on the rocks that have been laid in that pattern to cordon off the area? I just want to see if there's any runes etched on them or anything like that.
Okay.
Like if they've, it's like an arcane trap kind of thing.
No, they're just rocks.
Cool.
I would like to do an arcane check on this cauldron. Is it like hot to the touch? Like if I put a hand near it, is it heated?
I don't know, you have to try it.
An 18.
There's nothing arcane about it, but as you step into the brickstone to reach forward and touch it, all of a sudden, as your hand extends towards it, the cauldron upends itself and spills over towards you. Instead of liquid or something coming out of it, you see a long, lean, spectral face sort of wisps out of it and then thrusts sort of upwards into the air, curls upwards, and sort of a somber, ghastly face sort of meets your gaze. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
That's my good one. How's an 18?
18 is fine. All of a sudden you feel terribly sick in the stomach. You feel wild turbulence and bubbling in your bowels. And you almost follow through, but you hold it in.
Does the figure disappear? Is it
The
still
spectral face then, yeah, dissipates.
there? We're
Are
good.
you right, Gideon? Is
Yeah, it's some sort of spooky, sicky ghost thing. Oh, I'm good. Alright. We're good to go. Let's do we want to check all these rooms, or should we just go straight forward? Oh, I didn't mean to go straight for over here.
Should we check just to have a quick peek?
I just don't think we should make that much noise if we're trying to pretend to be them. Maybe on the way back. But
But how do you know this is not the exit we need?
well, we
Didn't
did
he
say
say
go
north
through
east?
the kitchen.
yeah.
It's northeast, but that means we're heading west. I don't get it.
Well, unless we go through up here.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say northwest tower if I said northeast.
Ah,
That's
well,
my
then-
bad.
Northwest. He must have misspoke. He
Yeah,
meant
that-
northwest.
that-
Sure.
That's my bad.
That's right. Well, I reckon we open this door up. Leave the other doors for the moment. And come back and solve it. Huzzah.
Alright,
Oh.
So as you open this next room, you see, push it open into a large, a smaller room, sort of connecting onto a larger room where a wall has collapsed, all filled with thick yellow mist. As you glance to the north here, you see a door that is opened directly onto the outside grounds, and the yellow mist is pouring in through the door.
I again cover my face as best I can with with some of the rags. Quick, come through the door. And like I close the door immediately behind to try and minimize the amount of smoke.
Tifa's gonna close this external door.
Yep.
Wouldn't
I
that
mean,
be
can we
the
get
direction
past
of the
this?
tower?
I mean,
Well,
so yeah, you can get past it. It's just yeah, this entire room is filled with yellow mist still. So you can barely see
As
about.
bad as before, or is
You
it
barely
like
see
outside
about.
mist?
It's still like it hasn't cleared. It's still like outside mist. It hasn't cleared up yet. You can only see
Oh,
about
okay.
10 or 15 feet in front of you.
Oh, if it's that thick, Aoife's gonna leave the door open and just it doesn't to her. It literally doesn't matter if the door's open or closed because it's already so foggy in here.
Alright, Gideon will take a step out. Oh, I need the lantern. I just
Do
want
we
the
need
lantern.
to go outside?
Well, I thought we were going to the tower. Ah,
It
I
is
see.
perhaps.
That's already the tower.
Tower? Are we not going to the tower? Is that what's
You're
across here?
You look up. You're inside the tower.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I presumed we had to exit and then go into the tower. Okay, well, I guess we'll just make our way in here then. It's a very big room. Oh, I can see very little now.
Through the mist, that's how far the lantern illuminates. As you move into the room, Heimlich, you see up ahead a large, formless, shapeless mass within the mist in the center of the room. You hear a disgusting squelching noise as it sort of slowly surges towards you.
Oh, I'm excited.
Holy shit! Choose that. I put my arms back to try and stop everyone from moving forward and kind of start trying to back up.
Ooh,
Comes
ooh, all I
into
can see
sight.
is-
You see a large, fleshy, formless, shapeless mass just sort of moving and pulsating, coming towards you guys.
Just his bodyguard. Oh my god. What the shit? What
Why has
the
it got
actual
pubes?
shit?
She
It's
said
just like-
shoes.
Pubes.
Oh,
Huge,
it does
yeah.
look that.
It's-
It does look like a ball sack, doesn't it? There you go.
It does. At least he's tried to maintain himself. Oh. I mean, I'm pretty grossed out by the fleshy mass of veiny head.
Well, it definitely looks bigger because there's not a forest down there. So
Well, I want to kill it. I don't know about you guys.
Hmm.
I think this thing needs to be murdered.
Is this?
I think this sack of flesh needs to be murdered.
All right, yeah.
this
It's
what we're supposed to be talking to
it's
us?
slowly, sort of menacingly, is sort of shifting across the ground towards you guys. As it does, you see what appears to be like a large, formless face sort of presses on the outside of it. It's like, and then just disappears amongst the flesh again.
So it's like almost like a gelatinous cube, but of flesh.
Yeah, but not
gross.
a cube either. So
Oh, okay.
not
I-
gelatinous and not a cube. But
So
roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. I'm keen. Let's do. I'm very, very keen to eliminate this creature from existence.
oh,
Not more keen than I.
Oh, look at that! 3 5s.
Good work, kids. You've done it.
Oh, I'm last.
I rolled twice, so.
Right, Heimlich.
Just getting a drink. I'm listening.
I immediately cast Ray of Sickness.
If sickness. Or poison. Alright, it makes a Constitution saving throw. Oh, Toke Fiend has given advantage to the next player attack roll. Thank you, Toke Fiend!
Yes.
Mm.
All right. What did it roll? Where is it? It passed its Constitution save. Your ray of sickness emits from your hand, streaks through the mist. Does it's not a half damage one. There's no effect. It washes over the thing. With no effect. Is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, wait, really? So
I think it still takes damage, right?
still takes damage, yeah. It's
On a
this
hit,
is like
target take 8 damage. On a failed save, it is. Oh, right. Okay.
So it's just not poisoned.
Oh, it's a ranged spell attack. All right, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
So
The con save is for the poison stat, not the spell.
yes, it is. Okay, and that. All right, so make a ranged spell attack.
that
Yeah.
did 15.
Where?
What? I
No,
rolled for
no.
a 21 and then
Yeah, you
rolled
rolled a 21 for the attack.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yep. I was looking at the
The
bottom
new
one.
the new roll damages and stuff is actually kind of throwing me a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to look at the
All right, so yeah, 21 is a
I
hit,
like it.
and you hit it for
15 damage.
damage. 15 poison damage, and it is also poisoned. Yes, your ray of sickness washes over it, and it it begins to quiver, and for a second it shrivels a little bit. It's like, and then all right. Anything else?
I step backwards 1 step to allow a clear line of sight. Actually,
Oh,
No,
there's no line of
can't.
sight now.
nope. I say that. Fuck it.
Okay.
So I've got dark vision. I can see it anyway.
No, I'll just say that just in case. That's fine.
Or is my vision also obscured by the fog, Josh?
Yeah,
To the edge of
everyone's
that?
vision is obscured by the fog. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So we can just see this thing anyway.
Poison, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Fantastic.
All right, so it surges forward, leaving a sort of sickly green trail now as it comes towards you.
Oh, it's got phlegm falling off it. It's
Oh, no.
mucusing. It's mucusing.
It
I
makes
don't like that.
an attack at disadvantage.
Baby.
Oh, one was a crit, so you're fucking lucky. Woo! Oh. Alright, with its 9 to hit now, it misses. You easily sidestep it as its sort of poisoned condition is throwing it off a bit. Balthus, it's your turn.
Alright, I move up here so I get a bit of a clearer line of sight, and then I'll cast Agonize Scorcher.
Oh boy. Dexterity saving throw. Oh,
Ooh, good damage rolls too.
yes, it didn't have a chance of getting out of the way of that. Your fire damage surges over it. 18 damage. Balthus makes an arcane gesture, mutters some words, pulls out a red dragon scale, points it towards the hungry flesh, and a line of flame washes out of his hand and over the fleshy mass. You hear more sort of high-pitched whining. It quivers, and like just the smell of burning flesh that comes off it is just absolutely foul.
Melting pubes.
Aoife, it's your turn. Oh, you know what? Roll D20 for me, Balthus.
No, do
Got
not
it.
cast Fireball on the squad. No.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Oh.
No. Aoife, it's your turn.
After being disappointed by no crazy magic shit happening.
Yeah.
If
I
a
always
step
want it to happen, but I don't want it to happen.
never want it to happen, man.
So
Yeah, I'm
fun.
gonna step back a couple of paces and fling an arrow in its direction.
Alright.
Actually, sorry. Prior to that, Aoife is going to do this.
Yep.
Again, ignoring all the dice rolls. And do that. has a 17 to hit.
17 is a hit. Roll for damage.
Are you already like plus? That's at plus 9 to hit. Jesus
It's
Christ.
plus 8.
Plus 8 to hit. Fuck.
Yeah.
What's your dex at? Like 16? 17?
Dex is 16, but proficiency in longbow as well.
Plus 2.
Plus 3.
Fair.
But it's also plus
Okay,
1.
yes, I forget
Is it
we're like
still,
level
is
3,
it still
okay.
plus 1 from your thing
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, it should still be.
Because it's been less than it. Because it's until 8 o'clock tonight, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would have just done it this morning as well. Like,
Sorry.
until I say so, it doesn't get taken
Alright.
off.
19
Yeah.
damage. Your arrow streaks between your two friends, punctures its fleshy skin. It quivers for a minute, but then there's a strange explosion of fleshy mass that comes out of the wound you just inflicted on it, and it sort of like plugs the hole and then grows in size a little bit, regaining some health.
The fuck?
I really thought it was just going to like that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Blah.
Like,
Yeah,
Gideon, it's your
I
turn.
thought it was gonna split.
Adult fetuses.
Gideon, it's your
Oh,
turn.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we
count.
didn't do advantage on the next attack roll from Toke
Oh
Fiend.
yeah. Yeah, next attack roll has advantage.
Alright, well I'll cast. Oh no, it's attack roll.
And I didn't need it, so.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. Oh no, we've already. No, yeah, I'll cast Fairy Fire on it. So everyone now has advantage. So I put my hand in my pocket, find some like sand or something, rub between my hands, throw it at the creature. It needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, got a
Yeah.
0.
Okay, so it failed because it had to get 13. The creature is now covered in glitter. So,
Alright, so
any
creature now
attacks
is
on it.
illuminated on its outline. You guys now have advantage against it.
Yeah, so any attack from now on has advantage on it, and it's concentration for me, so I need to move. So I'm going to move back over here, next to the door. Cool.
Alright, end of the round. Gideon, you have initiative on the next round.
Alright, I'll instantly cast Catapult on it, so it needs to do a dex saving throw, and this is with advantage. So, I mean, it takes 9 damage.
Yes, it failed its saving. You catapult.
That's 9 damage.
Point your finger towards it. A piece of the rubble flings off the floor towards it and bludgeons it.
Take that, you sack of flesh, and that is the end of my turn.
Aoife.
Yeah, seeing the effectiveness of her last arrow, she's gonna just continue peppering this thing like a porcupine.
With advantage. Lucky.
There's
It has a 16.
a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh my god, a natural
I
one
saw,
on
I
here.
saw that sit on the 20 and then roll over to it.
Oh, not okay.
Alright, it takes 13 damage again. Your arrow pierces a hole into it. It quivers for a second, and then there's another explosion of flesh. It regains some health, and then all of a sudden, just doubles in size, gaining sort of like hitting some sort of critical mass.
We need to heal it. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. it just became massive on
Yeah,
my
like
screen.
the end of Evolution, that giant fucking
Oh.
yeah, it's just all of a
thing.
sudden, just the flesh
Doesn't even
just
have a
sort of
name.
cascades over itself as it gains size. It then
It's like,
makes an attack. It slams down at both Heimlich and Balthus. A natural 1 to hit Balthus, but Heimlich, you are hit. You take 12 bludgeoning damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Oh, sorry.
Oof, big hit.
12 plus. Because it's bigger now. Sorry, 13 damage total. And yeah, Constitution saving throw. Oh, hang on. It had to be at disadvantage. It still might miss you. No, it didn't miss. Alright, so as it slams into you, all of your bare skin that touches it, all of a sudden erupts into tiny, just pustules and tumors. You have the poison conditioned also now.
Goddamn. How do I activate that poison condition?
Under conditions, under hit points.
Yeah.
Next to defenses. It's like literally,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
2 across from armor class.
Poison. Boom. X. I mean, that just means that I attack normally.
You have disadvantage on saving throws and ability checks. And this is a disease effect on you.
Okay.
Balthus, it is your turn.
Alright, I will cast a more powerful Chaos Bolt.
With advantage.
That is, it's a hit anyway. So you hit it for, what have we got? 8 damage. Balthus points his hand out, says some arcane words. A ball of acid streaks out of his hand. You're in, oh, actually, no, the fairy fire will cancel out the disadvantage of being in
It also,
melee range. So.
that creature is given off 10 feet of dim light as well. I know it's
Yeah. Cool.
something. In case something creeps out in the background.
But yes, 8 acid damage washes over it. Roll d20 for me, Balthus.
Yes.
Fireball, fireball, fireball. Oh.
Has to be
Double
one,
one,
right?
2 fireballs.
Heimlich. Yeah, it has to be 1. Heimlich, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness again.
A 15 is a hit. Roll for damage.
Oof.
That's 7 poison damage.
Woof.
And it makes a Constitution saving throw. It rolled a 1. So it continues to be poisoned.
Fuck. Yeah, I try and move away because, like, I'm fucked.
Alright, it makes an opportunity attack at disadvantage. Oh, again, one was a crit, but the other one missed. It makes a lazy, sort of fleshy pseudopod attack at you as it moves away, as you move away, but misses. Alright, end of the round. Gideon, you have initiative. Gideon?
Mm-hmm.
You have initiative?
I'm trying to think what I want to do. Sorry. I will... I will cast Poison Spray at him.
Alright.
30 feet. So he's got to do a Constitution saving throw for me. Or take 7 poison damage.
He rolls a 17. Your poison spray.
So he takes He takes no damage.
washes over him, but to no effect. The poison was not
Behind
poisonous
our
enough.
Tough woman.
Heimlich, it is your turn.
This time I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow. Sure.
Is a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, I forgot about this.
It takes 8 piercing
Uh,
damage. And just like before, your crossbow punctures a hole in it. There's a few seconds go by, it quivers, and then there's an explosion of flesh as sort of another sort of pseudopodic form bursts out of the wound. It regains some HP. Balthus, it is your turn.
Okay, hoping to get this thing kind of away from me, I'll bring out the old trusty flea.
It makes a con saving throw. It passes. Your fleas sort of swarm over it. There's plenty of flesh for the biting, but it just barely notices.
Is that at disadvantage?
What?
The saving throw.
Poisoned.
It does. I don't think poison is disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
It is
It's attack roll.
attack rolls and ability
Doesn't it?
checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Balthus? Also, roll d20.
I
see an explosion.
Oh.
No, I won't do anything else. I don't want to provoke an opportunity attack, and I'm on full health.
It rises up and makes a pseudopodic slam at disadvantage at Balthus. Oh, you are hit this time, my friend. You take 13 bludgeoning damage and make a Constitution
Balthus?
saving throw.
You did roll with disadvantage, right?
It did, yes.
Okay, cool. Ooh, it's a bad one.
That is a pass. Besides having the wind knocked out of you by the slam, you are fine. Aoife, it is your turn.
Oh, Aoife's still not sure if shooting this longbow at it is the greatest decision, but she's going to continue doing it anyway. Yeah, she's going to continue doing it. Even though it seems to recover health when she does it, but...
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Eventually we'll get too big to enter this room.
Big hit.
22 damage, Jesus fuck.
Wow.
And that's not even max, is it?
No.
Yeah, your arrow sort of pierces it, hits something vital. It does sort of makes one last, begins to quiver wildly and pulsate. All these bulges of flesh sort of sticking out. You see the giant face push out. It's like there's a face underneath the flesh, sort of pushing out. Basically the size of any of you, 6 foot sort of tall face, like, and then it sort of erupts. At sort of the fleshy seams, there's an explosion of gore as it just deflates itself all over the floor like a roll of toothpaste getting stomped on.
You like using toothpaste as a analogy.
Yeah, toothpaste is good.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys have killed it.
Fuck. So its face sticking out kind of looked like, I don't know what movie it is, but it's that movie where the thing's coming out of the wall, and it's like that
Yeah.
latex thing that the guy pushed. What is that? What movie is
Yeah,
that?
exactly like that. There's a few movies that do it.
Oh, there's... Yeah.
Alright, so
So they do it in
you guys
as well.
kill the thing. The room is still thick with yellow mist. It's still pouring in the open door. Heimlich, as you move in, you guys move in, and as you explore the room, this tower seems to be used as like some sort of storage room, although you can see there are several rows of chairs pointing out several long windows on all sides with views out to the grounds where you can see the thick yellow mist coalescing outside around the tower. You see there is a door to the south as you test it. It seems to be just blocked on the other side, perhaps from a cave-in. You do see around 10 feet in the air, there is a staircase ascending to the next level of the tower. But it's the initial climb has collapsed. There's a landing about 10 feet up that looks accessible somehow, and then the staircase continues upwards up to the second floor.
We could use the chairs to get up there. Like,
What
either
was it?
stack them up or make a pile, perhaps.
There's a doorway back here. I'm just gonna go have a look at it. Is that alright?
I guess we'll start making a pile.
I don't need the lantern, Heimlich. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll start helping with the chairs to stack them up.
Josh, I won't be able to go.
Oh, you can
much
stack up
better than 10.
chairs?
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
stack up the chairs.
You need to finish at 10?
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, okay, that's all right.
Does it
We'll
work
finish.
tomorrow? Yeah,
we'll
I
finish it.
apologize.
Alright, we'll finish in a minute.
Soon,
Alright, so
I
you
will
got-
not need to do that.
Alright, you guys begin to drag all these wicker chairs over from the corner of the room and stacking them up wickedly on top of each other. Who wants to try and climb them first?
I'll go first.
I will.
Oh, I was gonna throw Ethan's hand up, but
No, it's fine.
But all we have to do is make sure that one goes
the
up
rest
and
extra
then...
sibling's gonna try it. Oh, Balthus!
Yeah, that'll do
Ethan's
it.
heart
Balthus.
swells with pride seeing Balthus do this.
Balthus, yes, nimbly sort of takes a step up off one chair and then launches up and grabs the landing and pulls himself up there. Who's next?
I will go next.
Why don't you throw a rope down?
He
10.
doesn't have a rope.
Ethan's
Ethan
got
has
a
rope. Yeah.
Where'd you get rope from?
I don't know.
It would have been the initial
I just
pack
added
when you
it
got
'cause
up
I
on your
wanted
back.
it.
No, no
Was
one
it in
had
my
any. No one
pack?
had any packs.
Oh, I thought I had pack.
No, I
It's,
confiscated
oh,
them.
it says I'm... Okay.
Do my opiums help out in this situation?
Oh shit! No, that's Traveler's gear, not Traveler's pack.
Oh, traveler's clothes.
Yeah, my bad. I thought that was a pack, not I just completely misread it. Oh well.
Yep.
I do have a quill. And,
Do you want me to? Here, I'll give you a leg up.
Yep. Oh, well, I rolled a 10, so if you want me to roll with advantage, I can roll it again.
Yeah, roll one more time.
Huzzah!
That's
A
much better.
16.
With between the elf siblings helping you, they managed to prop you up, and then Balthus can pull you up to the landing.
Thank you, elf siblings.
Alright, Heimlich, you next.
Fuck. Okay.
So Heimlich goes to sort of like spring off the knee that you're offering, and you sort of slips, falls face forwards into the stacked chairs, and just like in a big
Oh dear.
lump, just groosh, like it falls into the chairs.
Nice.
I'm not sure that's what you're supposed to be doing, Heimlich. I'll show you, and then you can try it after I show you. Okay?
Well, it might be better you pushing him from the...
Alright. Aoife nimbly jumps and climbs up to the landing above.
Oh, you rolled athletics, not acrobatics.
Yeah, either was viable.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
know
that's
that.
it.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was just
the
acrobatics.
same check. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
All right. I look at that and I'm like, I try again.
We believe in you, brother.
You do
Nailed
it.
it.
Heimlich manages to get up this time with everyone else sort of there to pull him up. You all group up, consolidate yourselves on the landing, then proceed up the stairs. You emerge up into the second story of the tower. A
this a new map?
large. It will be, but we'll. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. No, let's. I did set it up. for,
Hey!
Oh shit!
Oh my god, is that... Is it? It is.
Alright, so as you guys emerge up the stairs, you into the second story of the room. Large windows sort of flank all sides of this room, all smashed. The room is thick with yellow mist. As you take a few steps onto the landing, you see there are crates everywhere. There's some sort of storage room. Up ahead, in the center of the mist coursing through the room, a single man standing there, motionless, completely still. as you tiptoe towards him through the mist. You get a bit closer and you're finally able to make out the figure that you're standing in front of you. A very strangely dressed man standing there in some sort of meditative trance. Yellow mist pouring out of his mouth and surging through the room, filling it up, and then surging out the windows onto the ground. What do you do?
I think we should do lots of shooting into him and do a big murder.
So what? It just appears to us as if this dude is like the sole or one of the sources of mist.
Seems that way. He is
Question mark?
creating very large amounts of mist coming out of his mouth,
Hope-
similar to
think-
similar to Dr. Lissandro, but yeah, instead of just a small cloud of rainbow mist, is just puking yellow mist out.
I think murder is probably the best way to go ahead.
I think this is the man we're supposed to question first.
I think that will not even question. I think of this. Oh wait, yeah, we've got to question him. Shit, we can't just kill him.
Can we non-lethally kill him?
I can throw this at him, and I pull out my butter.
That's very non-lethal. Is a little bit
Well, no,
less
I mean
lethal
like
than
I can throw it on the floor, and when I throw it on the floor, it'll become greasy, and
He'll get
slip.
distracted and then he'll slip over. Yeah, okay, that's a great idea.
I could do that.
Perhaps you could block his mouth.
Sorry, say it again.
Block his mouth.
Block his mouth. Well, how would he speak to us after that? That's the only problem that I have.
Does he seem to notice stuff, Josh, or is he just completely oblivious to
He
surroundings?
looks like he's in some kind of trance. He's not moving at all. He's just
Trance.
standing like,
He's
almost
just vaping.
yeah, just standing there. Yeah, just vaping. Vape Nation.
He is
Right.
the vape.
Wait, other way around.
No, I heard it the first time.
Wait, that was
Vape.
the
Yeah,
vape.
no, vape nation.
What do you do?
So dumb.
Oh, do you want to just kill him and see if that does anything?
Sir, do you mind stopping doing that? We need to have a conversation.
He sort of
I like it.
for a second, just like it's just, twitches as though he comes out of the trance. Mouth still agape, mist pouring out. His head slowly turns and his gaze meets yours. He's sort of
Yes.
yellow, almost no white in his eyes. Turns like wide-eyed, turns to look at you, mouth open, and then he just screams and charges across the room at you, arms outstretched, leaving a streak of yellow mist behind him. We'll roll for initiative next Tuesday night, I guess.
Hey!
Oh shit! This fucking guy.
Fuck yeah. Oof. Big oof.
Fuck, man.
I'm
that
so
was-
glad we killed that mildly shaved, greasy ball of
Ball
sack
sack.
flesh.
Very large ball sack. Like, what was it? Like a 10-foot, like 12-foot large
Yeah,
ball
what
sack.
is it like? That's like a huge creature, right?
It was
If
huge,
it's
yeah,
three-
when it went to 3x3, yeah.
It was huge. Huge. It was huge.
Huge! Huge!
No one ever sees a sack of flesh like that. No one ever has one. We've got the best. It's huge.
We've got the best sacks of flesh.
Best sacks of flesh.
The
Anyway,
Democrats
other
will say
people say
that
that.
sacks of flesh are better, but
Yeah, it's not true. We call it sacks of flesh. Other people call it something different.
all right, thanks
Oh,
guys.
God,
Thanks for
so
a good
easy to take
session.
piss out of me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Ah,
much-
man. This
Sorry,
thing
no,
just keeps on getting more, like,
I-
just convoluted and terrifying.
Yeah, I feel like I have a level of disturbed with this, and then it's like, oh, there we go. Bloody convincing a child that he's going to get back his brother. Yeah, we've done that. Oh, what's this? A pulsating, veiny, hairy sack of flesh that gets bigger as you do more damage to it.
What about